Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. From Rolling with Remix. Long ago, the land of Irion was a land of plenty, and many wanted to lay claim to its riches. When those who lived in Irion could no longer agree on who held what, civil war broke out across the entire realm, until the kobolds, in desperation to keep their kingdom afloat, summoned the dark and terrible Dragotha. The great dragon cared not for the alliances constantly made and broken across Irion, and razed many of its great cities to the ground, until a last desperate alliance finally slew the titanic worm. With no one in any shape to continue the fight, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. But tensions were still on the rise. 30 years later, a ragtag group of adventurers, who met at a harvest festival and joined forces to look for the missing mentor of one of their band, were hired by a mysterious old man to travel to the great city-states of Irion and perform acts of heroism that those in power would not approve of. But those same acts served to heighten tensions across the land, and the old man, secretly a scheming mind flayer, revealed that once more Irion had fallen into a great civil war. Now, with militaries and dark powers on the rise, our heroes gather their forces in hopes of saving what they can before Irion once more falls into ruin. Momo, the Aarakocra cleric.
You're my friend. You're my family. And I'll protect you at all costs.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
Malifane, the half-elf rogue.
I won't stand idle. Not while people's lives are at stake.
Oh, this should be fun.
Quintessa, the human fighter.
You shouldn't be surprised. Everyone is out for themselves in the end.
And Scam Likely, the goblin artificer.
There are three constants: death, taxes, and my ability to dodge both.
Unprepared though they might be, our heroes find themselves at the front lines of a great battle to save the fallen empires. Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Our heroes sorted through the great treasure trove that was Dragotha's hoard, which included many magical items, including a scroll of resurrection that Corellian immediately claimed, hoping to use it one day to resurrect their fallen wife, Hespera. But they were still troubled by two things. One, that the Okiti now had a dangerous artifact that could control fire, and two, that Dragotha's body was missing, in a world where there were those who sought to resurrect the dead. Speaking of resurrection of the dead, before our heroes parted ways with their hirelings, Momo got a lesson in necromancy from Sora. Meanwhile, Magder, one of Momo's first mentors in necromancy, sent the young bird a message, saying that Rankol had sent agents after him, and that it would be wise for Momo to be on his guard. While Mr. Fox took interest in an electrum sheet, engraved with a language that none of the heroes recognized. And though they had reservations, they could not argue with his price, and sold it to him. The heroes returned to Battenrance Hall to rest, but as they did, Quintessa had a dream of her shooting down an Okiti. That turned out to not be an Okiti, but the body of young Kellum, who had died inside Dragotha's lair. The next day, Scam went to go check on the enchantry, only to find that Torkalin, who ran the enchantry, was locked in a jail cell, due to being turned into some kind of werewolf. Albeit a terrible werewolf who, if the rumors were to be believed, tripped and fell down the stairs before he could do any real damage. Corellian and Malifane, meanwhile, each got a letter. Corellian from Snalgu, saying that she needed a favor: to find and retrieve some viable dragon eggs, in case holdovers from Zakti's cult started any sort of rebellion in the middle of her preparing for a war. And Malifane, a note about a flower known as the Mortis Memoria, that apparently could help get to the cause, if not cure, his mother's ailment. Scam, Momo, and Corellian then spitballed ideas to resurrect Hespera, most of which involved pretending to be wise clerics, getting access to her body, and then running away from Astronalora the instant the resurrection was complete. Malifane then went back up to the library to check on Quintessa, who, between Esgal not returning to her and Raildrum apparently being back in her life, was not doing well. She had no desire to talk to anyone else, blaming Momo for not resurrecting Kellum. But noting that she had some kind of secret she was hiding even from Malifane, one she did not want to talk about because it hurt her that much, but one that she worried Raildrim would share before she got the chance to. What is the secret that's eating away at Quintessa's heart? What will our heroes do next to advance their hope of stopping the war? And are they even going to advance their hopes of stopping the war, or are they just gonna fuck around? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Hello and welcome to Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires, the show where everything is sad and your hopes don't matter. I'm your host, Alex. I'm the Dungeon Master, and with me as always is my trusty crew. We've got Atlas.
What is up, gamers?
We've got Scott.
What's up, YouTube?
We've got Jojo.
Hello, my fellow friends.
We've got Queen.
Once upon a time, the end.
And we've got Xander, who is on mute.
Stunning intro.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
So when last we left off, our heroes are, according to calculations, filthy, stinking rich. And are now back at Battenrance, which is the main place they can, spend that well to improve the facilities, make some defenses, hopefully not die if and when Battenrance ever gets attacked. Who knows if that's ever going to be a problem. And when last we left off, it was the middle of the day, so you know what that means. Construction noises!
Yay!
Rad.
Alright, so, to be more specific, I believe Corellian was going to go check around the grounds, oversee the work, which I believe is currently just on the advanced siege defenses. Malifane was done talking with Quintessa, who locked herself in the library and is presumably still going to be there throughout the entirety of the day. Because
Pretty much, yeah.
I have pattern recognition. And Scam was investigating not investigating, but checking on the Enchantry and making sure that Torqualan wasn't being thrown in jail again for being the world's shittiest werewolf.
Idiot. Fucking moron.
Yeah! I don't remember if Momo was going with anyone or doing his own thing.
I think he was gonna try and go practice again.
Okay. In that case, I think we'll start with Corellian. So, Corellian, as you're walking along, making sure that the various defenses are being properly installed into the walls, you notice a couple of the workers, as they run back and forth with supplies, are moving very quickly past Annabelle's alchemist workshop, because that's relatively close to the outside of the Battenrance grounds. Trying not to glance at it and quickening their step, and once they're at a safe distance, just keeping on walking like nothing's happened.
I'd say when they come back around to get more supplies, I'll sort of ask them what's going on. Something weird happened with that building?
Yeah. Last time we had a lightning storm, she was super excited, mentioned something about the experiment working, and her and her friend have been, kinda giving us some bad vibes ever since.
Friend?
Oh, I mean, yeah, to be fair, it's mostly the friend who's given us the bad vibes. I've never seen the alchemist without a smile on her face, but, in combination with the friend being there and a smile on the face, I can't help it but wonder, is there anything? And he just keeps on, rambling.
I see. Alright then, carry on, I'll see if I can sort that.
Right, much obliged, boss.
Yeah, right. Boss. Okay. I guess I'll go up and knock on the workshop door and see what's going on.
All right. You knock on the door. You hear the sound of some shelves quickly being pushed back into place. And a few seconds later, door unlocks. Annabelle opens, looks down at you.
Oh, hi, Carillion. What's up? Can I help you something?
Oh, just wanted to check in. Heard that you had some luck with the lightning storm recently.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All the stuff you've been helping me gather for the experiment, it turned out great. Total success.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. You know, I actually heard some of the workers mention that you had somebody helping you with experiments.
No, that doesn't sound right. I'm really the only one doing all the experimenting around here. Not a whole lot of other trained alchemists on the property.
All right. Yeah, just wanted to check in. Just people seem to be a little uneasy for some reason, and naturally, I don't want that to affect you in any certain way. And, you know, I can always set people at ease and at rest and tell them to leave you alone if it's involved.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, if I try not to be, uneasy or whatever that is, but if people are, then, I mean, talking to them about it would be much appreciated. Thanks so much.
If there is something different going on, you would mention, wouldn't you?
Annabelle bites her lip, looks back and forth, starts thinking. You mind coming inside for a bit?
Don't mind at all.
All right. You head into the alchemist's lab. Annabelle shuts the door behind you, wheels around to face you. So, about the experiments I was doing.
Right. Now I'm very interested.
You remember when we were heading back from Port Mirandu after the the whole incident with the Okidi being there, and I woke up on the wagon and it was the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm still sorry about that.
Yeah, and you remember when I told you it was because I knew a guy who died in an accident on one of those?
Right.
Well, she says, and she walks toward the back of the alchemist's lab, which had previously been cordoned off by a curtain, and she pulls back the curtain. Sitting on a slab there is this, it's a human with a lot of... I'm trying to find the best way to describe it. It's sewn together bits of flesh that look vaguely fried, who just, as the curtain is pulled back, slowly turns to you with this completely dead-eyed stare. He's wearing a very, very thick black leather jacket and pants that are tied together with rope, clearly not in his actual size. And as you look at all this, Annabelle steps back, gestures at him with both hands, does little jazz hands. Ta-da!
Colin sort of blinks, does like a once over, does like a twice over. What's his name? Sorry?
His name's
Not
Jasper.
We have
Jasper. Well, nice to meet you, Jasper.
Jasper does not respond. He's not very good at being social right now.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Carlin's obviously a bit at a loss for words. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just more along the lines of, how does one respond in a situation like this? Not that it's a bad situation, but it's just one of those delicate little things that you don't necessarily run into very often.
Right.
Right. Well, thank you for letting me know and introducing me, Annabelle. Just wanted to make sure that everything was okay because, like I said, people are a little concerned and wary. But I know you, and if you say everything's fine, then everything's fine.
Oh yeah, of course. Everything's definitely fine.
Is everything definitely fine? Does it seem like she thinks that everything is definitely fine?
Make an insight check.
Alright, give me a moment.
While that's going on, I think I have now corrected my math error from gold calculation from last session. But just to be extra certain, while we're waiting for that, Scam received 4,000 gold from that, right? Corellian gave him his cut.
Yes.
Cool, thank you.
Okay.
Resume.
You're pretty sure Annabelle thinks everything's fine.
Alright. Well, I hope everything does stay fine. You know how people talk. I'll do my best to smooth it over and all that.
All
You
right.
said if there's anything else you need help with, just let one of us know.
I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you so much for all the help you've given me along the way.
You're welcome. Annabelle, you are alright, right?
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be?
Just wanted to check in with all the shit going down.
Well, I'll let you know if any of that changes then.
Alright. No pressure.
And
I will, make my exit.
all right. Give me 1 second. Apparently I was not sounding fine to my actual Discord chat. So
You're still not.
You're still a little bit.
I have no idea why that would be.
Well, chat thinks you're fine, so we can live with it.
Yeah, it's.
Oh. I was hearing you fine.
Huh.
It's like, we can hear you fine, it's just this kind of you glitch out sometimes when you're speaking.
Weird.
I don't know why that would be. Because if chat's hearing me fine, and Atlas was hearing me fine...
It's on our end.
It could be on your
It's
end.
also collective.
It's a mystery.
Hey, Alex, can you remind me how much we sold that tablet to Mr. Fox for again?
I can indeed. You sold the tablet for 4,000 gold.
Alright, cool. That explains why I have 11,000 gold. Great, awesome. So my math checks out. I still do have funds from the Migo Temple, by the way, so we haven't agreed on how we're splitting those necessarily yet. But I'm going to begin funding things into our enchantry lab at the next moment's notice, so we can start prepping some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Meliphane, now that you have actually talked to your fiancée about how she's doing and the answer is bad, you doing anything particularly on Baton Ranch grounds? Meliphane.
God! You might have BRB'd and not told us.
Okay.
Well, shit!
I guess we're coming back to Meliphane sometime later. So, Scam, you head down to the enchantry!
Yeah, I do.
Toy Kalen is down there setting stuff back into place. Not a lot of the actual enchantry stuff was moved, but, enough when he turned into a werewolf that he's just gotta, set stuff back on tables and, make sure everything's tidy and no one trips over a potion of exploding or whatever.
That's probably smart. Actually, for the enchanter, I do want to drag Corellian in here, just to confer on things to make. Since I have funds, and since a lot of this is going to be tied to, maybe the Great Corpse Heist.
Perhaps.
Going to establish some things to make. So yeah, I'm not going to drag Corellian here. I will send word via servant to come at their soonest convenience to the enchantry while I'm making sure Torkalen has their shit together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can say one of the construction workers can easily pass on the message to Corellian.
Dope. All right, Thorkalen. What is this? Why is there just a bowl of soup in this shelf? Why?
That's my lunch.
Okay, but it's beyond tepid.
Well, it was my lunch at one point. Then, right, I'm a wolf now, and then I, didn't get a chance to eat it, and, I haven't had a chance to make some more soup. Give me a break here.
Gross, man. Come on. Okay. Let's talk about cleanliness of our workspace. You have lantern oil directly underneath a lit lantern on top of a box of gunpowder. Why?
He opens the box. No, common mistake. That's just ash, actually.
Okay. Is it like anything special ash? Is it like ash of like the last phoenix, or ash of a god's heart, or is it just ash from the fucking? Ash from the fireplace?
Yeah, ash from the fireplace. I wanted to put it somewhere. Normally they just lay, dump in a trash can in the basement, but I am in the basement, so I guess that makes me live in a trash can.
So what? Pray tell, Thorkalen, what use is there for just hearth ash in your enchantry?
You throw it into the fire and it sparks up really good.
That is actually pretty true. It's a good pyrotechnic aspect. I will agree. It's got good showmanistic. Is that a word? Is that? Am I just confusing the word showmanship and chauvinistic? Who knows? Anyway,
could be a portmanteau.
It's probably a portmanteau. Hey, have you ever been to Portmanteau? By the way, I hear it's lovely in the spring.
Can't say I have. Can't say I've actually been out of Arion. Actually,
of all the things I am most disappointed for of Alex in the entire world is that he has not created a port city called Portmanteau.
I have standards.
That's just a really low bar.
Yeah, they're shit standards because the fucking Pevensey children own a weapon shop, but I have standards.
Yeah, that's fair. Does Corellian show up?
Yeah, I was about to say
okay,
about once this is about the portmanteau section. Corellian sort of like does a little knock on the door frame and peeks their head in. You called for me? Yes?
Yeah, hey, yes, okay. So, using some of the funds and resources that we gathered out there in the Badlands, I'm gonna begin really cracking the whip down on this enchantry and gonna make some new items. I'm gonna show Thorkalen some of the ropes. That said, since, we're trying to, maybe get the corpse of your wife back, I might need your input on what might be best to focus on. Now, Thorkalen, to your understanding, the more we work on this, the more shit we'll be able to create over time, yeah?
Yeah, the more experience we get, the more I know, basically how to apply those to other things.
Okay. So, good to know. Remind me, all of these things are uncommon except for one thing, right?
The folding boat is a rare item.
Okay. So the folding boat is the one thing I cannot expedite the process of. I can only, everything else I can really, really cut down time on. I believe that's quarter of the time, half the cost, which is, pretty good. I'm thinking that the tankard of sobriety would just be good to have regardless if we ever find ourselves in the drinking competition where we just want to absolutely cheat our way out of it.
We're more than capable of doing that on our own, but I suppose. Stones are useful.
Yeah, I can only make them as part of one of my infusions, and that's pretty temporary, so it might be a good idea to make that. That would reduce it to about 125 gold and 5 days of work, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. Dust of Dryness sounds meh. It has its uses, I'm sure, but Sentinel Shield. I don't use a shield, but advantage on initiative checks and perception checks.
Yeah, I use a shield, so it might be useful.
Might be good for you just to be a little bit more aware of surroundings. You have the Ring of Mind Shielding. That's treating you pretty nicely. Can you remind me what exactly that does, aside from trap your soul in it when you die?
I believe.
Right.
Yes. The ring of mind shielding basically prevents unwanted mental contact. I believe it is they can't use clairvoyance and whatnot on you specifically. Can't receive sending messages unless you want to. I'll double check.
Yeah, I'll pull the
you're
beast
immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you're lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. I have to allow communication. I can make the ring invisible. Then
Okay, I was wrong completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
thinking of like
that's-
a ring of mind blank.
Oh, yeah, that'd be... Okay, I could make... I have a lot of fucking money, Corellian. I could make a couple of those. You have one. It might be good to maybe have a few more of those on every party member. I think I could afford that. It would take, it would take a while to make all of those. But, I mean, let's see, that's have to cost... You have one, so that means there's 3 of us who don't have them. So that's 225 gold times 4. There's myself, Momo, and Quintet. Oh, yeah, we're counting Malphane into this too, aren't we? Okay. There's 4 people who don't have one. That'll cost me about, humorously enough, to make 4 of those for me is the cost of 1. Normally, that's actually a pretty good deal. So that'll cost me about 900 gold pieces and 5, 10, like 20 days of work. But, something to consider that might be, and we can obviously confer with the entire group on the timeline here. I'm not sure how long we want to stay at Baton Rants, but, honestly, it might be good to get those made, or I can at least get them kickstarted. Alex, do I have to be here for the entire time in order to get the full benefits of the quartered cost and have time?
Yes, if you're not,
Okay.
it would be just Torkalin making it.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
he can do, but...
Yeah, I know, but... Torkalin, what is this random minor enchantment?
Basically, okay, so up in Demdor, City of the Oread, there's this craftsman who can enchant items. Kind of makes them magical in that it gives them like supernatural properties, but it doesn't make them like magic items. If that makes any sense. I know a little bit of how to do that. Only problem is I can't really choose what the enchantment is when you hand over your thing.
It's entirely random.
It's entirely random. I have a table that I roll from to determine what the enchantment is on a random item.
Okay. Alright, so I think right now we're focusing on sending stones, rings of mind shielding. I think that we should bring that up with the group and ask them what they think we should prioritize. Sending stones are, a once per day item, and, ring of mind shielding, no one can read our thoughts. There's other benefits there. If we die, our souls go in there. Might be a good way to ensure that we're not entirely lost in case anything goes down.
Mind flare.
Yeah, like if we completely lose a body, at least we'll have the soul kept safe and tucked away for, the eventuality that we ever come across a true resurrection spell. Or I could even try my hand. I've never done something like this before, but I could try my hand at building a construct to put the soul inside of. Oh man, that sounds like a fun hobby.
Actually, that's sort of funny you should mention something like that. But what do you know about like constructs and what are they called? Magic. You make them out of different material, not really sentient. What are those called again?
What are they talking about? I mean, it's not a homunculus. No,
not quite.
That's Jabidi. That's Jabidi.
Not like Jabidi.
Yeah.
Jabidi just kind of does a raise of one arm as if he waves and then slams it back down.
Yep. Do I know what Corellian's referring to?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah, happily, because Xander is definitely at a loss for this one.
I'll go into some more detail.
Full drinking the dumb bitch juice right now.
And I'll go into more detail about what I saw in terms of, a body's just stitched together, animated by lightning, maybe not sentient, who knows?
Oh yeah, that sounds like a flesh golem.
Oh, like a flesh golem?
That sounds about right. What exactly? Do you know anything more about?
Oh
those?
yeah, sure. I mean, like I've read a treatise on golems by R. Kellensworth.
You don't have to try it.
No.
You don't have to try it.
Oh, VR Kellensworth, I'm a big fan, says Torquelin.
R. Kellensworth. Yeah. No. Like, I just realized I essentially just made fantasy R. Kelly. Oh no. Oh fuck. No. Anyway.
Shame about
R.
what happened to
Kellensworth.
him and his soul being imprisoned inside a closet.
Yeah, real shame. Anyway, yeah, no, I've read. I know a few things about the flesh golems. It's kind of gruesome to create, but like you assemble them out of dead bodies. Is the nitty gritty there?
Are they like dangerous? Can they act independently?
Alex, I feel like with the 22, I know a sufficient amount about flesh golems.
Well, golems can be dangerous if
Yeah,
they
golems
go out of control.
Yes. If they are inherently dangerous when they are not under control of their master. So as long as a flesh golem is, it has a master to keep, its control asserted, it's fine. But I think I read this in a footnote. Even so, with the flesh golem, I think they might be able to break out of their master's control under certain circumstances. Now, I don't entirely remember what those circumstances are, but the fact that it was relegated to a footnote means it's probably not a frequent thing.
Right. So remember the alchemist that I mentioned when you first came here?
The wheelwright lady, what was her name?
Yeah, Annabelle.
Yeah, she's pretty. I met her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, she did a fucking flesh golem, didn't she? Oh my god. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Holy shit! Says Torquelin.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my god. Wait, where did she get the bodies from?
Turns out it was a close friend of hers.
That's fucked. I love it. Oh, I have to go meet him. Oh, did she name him? Or it, I guess?
I presume named after said friend. Listen, if it's not dangerous and, it's not going to be not under control, maybe not make a huge deal out of it. People are already sort of uneasy.
Okay, fine. I'll keep
Just
it
let
on
it-
the DL.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll keep that close to the chest. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, fuck, that's cool. Back to what we were talking about, though. So, and Shard of Healing. Remind me what that does, Torquelin?
It's a clay shard. You break it and it heals you.
How much does it heal us for?
1d8 plus 4.
Torquelin, your voice got so Beckamy there for a second.
Thank you. I dabble in voice acting.
Cool. Are you writing the musical or something? Yeah, we'll circle back to that later. Anyway, cool. That actually might be handy too to make a few of those, just to have on hand. All right. Well, then we'll look at the shards of healing, the mind shielding rings, and the setting stones. Bring that up with the group. That probably might be the most useful. I think. Let me double check the mind shielding definition one more time because I know it said that they can't read your thoughts. But did I also say something about them not being able to tell if you're lying, or
Correct.
did I imagine that? Oh, okay, that's super good. Oh, is it magically determine if you're lying, or just in general tell if
Immune
you're
to
lying?
magic that allows other creatures to determine whether you are lying.
Gotcha. Okay, still that might be super useful for everyone to have. So cool, good, awesome, and yeah, all right.
So,
Works for
is there
me.
anything else you needed from me?
High five.
Anything
Okay.
else you needed from me?
I need a crisp high five, or my arm will explode.
Oh, I'd like to see that!
So, well, to satisfy your professional curiosity, I'll head back to
Crowley,
overseeing.
No, Krellin, I actually rigged up an explosive if you don't high five me. I didn't think you'd call my bluff on this. Please give me a high five. I don't feel like dying today.
No, it's alright. Torquelin said that he'd love to see it.
No.
Crowley is halfway out the door.
I cast ball. No, in all jokes aside, Scam 100% definitely rigged up some bullshit minor explosive device to himself in the event that he didn't get a high five. So I guess his Krellian leaves are just a cloud of smoke that bellows out in a small boom. Not a lethal explosion.
Krellin, like, nips back in, about to say something. Wow, didn't think that you were that, desperate for attention. I was actually gonna ask if,
Covered head to
Nibble's
toe in
doing
soot.
alright. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Sorry,
You know.
What did you say?
Well, I've
I
been
didn't hear what
doing.
you said.
Well, I've been doing great. I'm not the one who's a werewolf. You hear a voice from
What?
somewhere
Wait.
from somewhere in the Enchantry Scam. You don't recognize the voice. You've never heard Nibbles before.
Pause. Krellin comes all the way back into the room. Werewolf?
Oh, yeah, Torkalen's a werewolf.
I'm a werewolf.
Yeah, he got bit by a werewolf, turned into a werewolf. They locked him up in jail for it. He's just the dumbest.
Yeah, nobody thought that would be an important thing to mention.
Oh, yeah, I guess that might be something worth bringing up. Oh, no, it's kind of cool. Now we have a near unlimited access to werewolf blood.
I'm pretty sure it would be
useful.
very limited, actually.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, I mean, how many pints could he hold max? Anyway.
Oh, yeah, by the way, tell Bert to bring an ample supply of oranges to the enchantry from now on. We gotta keep you pumping and ready to go.
Okay, yeah,
Alright.
as convenient as that would be, there's still the problem, there's still the situation of having a werewolf around isn't exactly a great... Isn't there something...
And having a
uncontrollable,
flesh golem is-
rampages?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point.
Are werewolves
mean-
generally under control of a master? That I'm...
No, that's actually a fucking good point, too.
Listen, I mean,
Look-
I could fix that, the werewolf thing.
Yeah, I know that you and Momo could fix it. I was gonna broach the subject, but also at the same time, it's like he's only gonna transform during a full moon, and I told him-
Torkalin, I
Yeah?
could fix that. What would you want?
That would be most appreciated, thank you.
Okay.
Wait, let me at least get one vial of your blood before you turn your back.
I'll be able to sort it out tomorrow.
Alright, then I'll start pumping today.
Torkalin pointedly does not stop looking your direction, ever. Scam.
Yes. Currently, can you tell Bird to just start sending oranges and cookies to the enchantry? I got some business to attend to, and I want to make sure that he lives to see his restoration.
Scam.
Yeah.
Consent is important.
Okay, fine. Torkalin, can I please pump out some of your blood for the sake of arcane research?
No,
And-
what the fuck?
I'll treat it like it's a blood donation.
It's not a donation, though, because I said no, you'd be taking my blood. That's stealing. That would be
No,
like you
you
having a
can't.
vampire on the grounds, which is, I think, definitely worse than a werewolf.
Science, you piece of shit.
Honestly,
Come
yeah.
on, you gotta work with me here, man. You gotta work with me here. Let me...
Right, let's put in those orders, and then we will get out of your hair, Torkalin.
We're actually not putting in the orders until we confer with the group.
Ah,
yes,
shit.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll go confer, so we can get
Fine,
the orders
fine.
put in, and then we'll be back.
All right.
You're lucky.
Fuck scam.
Do you know how fucking useful lycanthrope blood is in arcane research?
Okay, yeah, sure, but he's also an arcanist. You know, if he needed the lycanthrope blood, I'm sure he could get it from himself without you being
Torkalin
fucking
turned
weird
into
about it.
Torkalin turned into a werewolf, and first thing he did was fall down the stairs and knock himself out.
And thank gods for that!
Yes,
it would have
it's
been so much worse!
Yes, it's a good thing. No one got hurt. It's a miracle. God's bless everything. You don't understand. He's the dumbest fucking werewolf, and by extension, he's the dumbest fucking enchanter and businessman. He does not get his stock in advance. He orders everything based on what he needs in the moment. This is the market, man. You gotta work with me here.
You can deal with his business practices later.
Let's go talk to the group.
All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut back to Meliphane. Momo, practice in the woods. Went all right. You found the same deer corpse. It's got less flesh on it now, and that was gross. there were flies that kept flying around it, getting into your eyes and mouth, and you were trying to do necromancy. That was fun. But after that practice, you're back with the rest of the group, and I believe it's Malifane who is going to start putting in orders with Bert. Yes?
Yeah. As he does, though, does he notice Does he notice a particular Aarakocra of sorts leaving the forest?
George?
Yeah, sure.
Does he look any particular worse for wear, or?
No, he just looks a bit annoyed and frustrated. And he smells bad.
I can't believe Momo was slowly turning into Victor Frankenstein.
I thought that was Annabelle.
Yeah, we already have a Victor Frankenstein.
Bad influences all around.
Yeah.
So I guess Mal kind of chuckles to himself and said, "So I guess your doing a thing went okay then?"
Hey, yeah. Do you need something?
I mean, honestly, I was just going to check with Bird on some books. More specifically I was interested on some books on the plains. Did you want to check in, or?
Yeah. If he... Sure, yeah.
You
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's go book thing. And he's already heading towards where Bert is not really acknowledging.
All right.
He lets you pass as they're walking, but he kind of gives you just kind of like this kind of face.
You face all the way up to Bert, who is overseeing the cleaning up of some stuff inside Batman's Hall proper. Turns over to you. Is like, good to see you here. Probably want to let you know that after tonight, I believe that is every construction job we have on the hall, which means it's either time for some peace and goddamn quiet, or it's time for you to order some more shit.
Momo's gonna quickly cast Prestidigitation so he doesn't smell bad anymore.
You no longer smell like rotting deer.
Yay!
Yay!
Either construction goes by fast around here, or we've been gone longer than I remember.
Yeah, it's been a couple days. So what? You were going out to Mawthorn and back, if I remember.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trek, especially if you're going out into the Badlands for whatever friggin' reason, too.
What does a typical travel typically take?
I will double check that map. Yeah, let's see. If you go fast, it's 2 days to get to Mawthorn proper, and from here, that is, however the hell many days you spent in the desert, and then double that to get back here, so... What? That's like 8-10 days maybe you were gone?
Certain our transportation method, I guess we should count our blessings then. In any case, if it's alright with you, I was interested in putting in an order for some books.
What kind of books? As I pull up the full list, additional books would be in the library, so it's currently plus 125 gold per expansion topic.
Okie dokie. I was interested in looking into some books on the realms. Yeah, it was the realms, sorry. Yeah, I was interested in putting in an order for some books on the realm.
I'm going to be nice and say it's the Plains, because the total world that Irion is in is called the 10 Realms, and you would have gotten nothing you were interested in.
I can act. I promise.
All right, that's kind of esoteric stuff. What plane were you looking at in particular?
Two in particular. I was looking into the astral plane and the Feywild.
Right. Well, those would count as two separate orders. So I think 250 gold I'll put together in order to go contact people who have those books, send them over and whatnot.
I can do that. How long do you think it should take for those to arrive?
Probably a 10-day.
That's not too bad. Alright, then. Have you ever traveled before, Bert?
Can't say I have. Actually, hold on. Are we talking around the 10 realms, or are we talking planar travel?
Just in general. I mean, can't imagine that you've been stuck around here this whole time.
Not particularly. Been around the realms a couple times, back and forth with Stormkirk. Mostly hung around in King's March.
He treat you well.
I mean, he didn't strike me with lightning after I met him, so I count that as a success.
Yeah, I suppose that's something that we should be also counting our blessings with. Wish we could have had the same fate.
Yeah, he tends to do that. It's nothing personal.
Well, in any case, thank you again for your service. It's much appreciated.
Right, of course. Were you looking at anything else, or just the books?
Mo, did you want anything? Or?
Oh, no, not really, no thanks.
If we need anything, we'll meet up with the rest of the group and we'll get back to you.
Conveniently, here comes Corellian and Scam.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh, speak of the devil.
Hi, guys.
Yes?
Actually, the devil is Asmodeus, but thank you. I'm very flattered. Asmodeus
Asmodeus appears. Roll initiative.
Hey, I've been trying to get a contract with you for the longest time. Man, fucking Asmodeus Warlock scam. Oh no. So, hey guys, couple of things. One, I have an absolute metric fuck ton of gold from our endeavors, and it's time to begin investing. It's like he tries to say the word spending, but it keeps like turning into another financial related word every time he says it. Yeah, anyway, so Curly and I were talking about some enchantry related items we could make. I actually kind of need everybody's input on this because it kind of concerns the group. Is everyone here now?
Quintessa's locked in the library.
Mal, where's your girlfriend?
She needs some time to herself.
Okay. So anyway, all right. Par for the course. So a couple things. We got a bunch of, options in front of us as we've, talked about for what we gotta, maybe do next. Our corpse heist, flower thing, and whatever else it is we got on the docket. That said, we were looking over the things that Tolkaen's able to make in the enchantry, and you know how I can make them generally better. I could invest in a set of sending stones. Just so you know, that's so I wouldn't have to make them myself, and they would be permanent. Although I can make them for free, just that they take up one of my infusions. That would take about 5 days to make, a pair of those. The other idea that we had was making some rings of mind shielding for everyone. Corellian already has one, and to make 4 more, it would take me about 900 gold, and I want to say 20 days to make 4 of those. They're pretty useful, all things considered. They, people can't read our thoughts. They can't magically tell if we're lying. They don't know what our alignment is. They don't know what kind of creature we are. They can only telepathically communicate with us if we want them to. We can become invisible as an action.
It makes the rings invisible as an action. If it made us invisible,
sorry,
that would be busted.
You make the ring invisible, sorry. And if you die while you're wearing the ring, your soul enters the ring.
That sounds a bit risque, don't you think?
Risque?
He doesn't say that with malice, but he's like genuinely concerned.
You mean risky or risque?
Risky.
Right.
Okay.
Risky
like how? Like risky how?
I mean, considering how many times we've fallen flat on our faces, it wouldn't surprise me if, God forbid, one of us falls for good. We won't get a chance to use one of them magic-y...
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's good. If our soul enters the ring, it's stored there and it won't pass on to the afterlife. So if we ever happen to, lose the body, at least we will still have the soul, and the soul can talk to whoever's wearing the ring at the time. So you can only still talk with your fallen Yeah, if you die and your soul enters the ring, you can telepathically communicate with whoever's wearing the ring.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you're still there, you can talk about it. And for example, if your body was utterly destroyed and not, we couldn't revive you, it's literally as easy as somebody just decapitating your corpse after they kill you. I mean, blue, you can't revive somebody unless you have, resurrection or, whatever the spell is that makes you grow your body parts back, stuff like that. So, I can even try, I was saying this to Corellian, I could probably try to make some kind of arcane construct to put someone's soul into until we're able to get their main body back. It's a gamble, but I mean, it's better than losing body and soul.
Yeah, we certainly don't want to lose any more bodies. He kind of just looks directly. He shares a passing glance at Corellian's arm, and then just looks back to the party.
Okay, we don't have time to unpack all of that, so yeah, so we're thinking that the rings, and also we got some healing shards to that might be good to just make. Again, these things would take some time. The shards of healing would take me about 2.5 days each to make. I'd rather prioritize the bigger thing though. I don't know if we want to hunker down for 20 days. But if everyone had these rings, it would be, I would imagine, extremely useful to our cause, especially if we're about to be, at some point dealing with a entity who is a psionic creature that can read our minds.
I think it's worth taking a look at where we have to go and prioritizing that before we actually take into consideration any other of the items.
Okay, well, just keep in mind that if I'm not here while these are being worked on, they'll take a lot longer to get done, and it'll take 2 months for these to get done, as opposed to, a little more than 2/3 of a month. But
that's fair.
How about this? Maybe prioritizing the sending stones, because that would at least allow people here to communicate with us from afar and let us know shit's going down.
That makes sense.
Okay, the sending stones will take me 5 days to make, and 125 gold, I believe. No.
Okay.
Yes, no, 125 gold. I can make those, yeah.
Because they're things we can't necessarily stand to wait around here for 20 days, but there are things that we can be out that, aren't related necessarily to being in direct contact with the Mind Flayer in the meantime. So we can take some time here and there to come and get things worked on while we get all that sorted, and then still be, doing other stuff in the meantime.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Well, if we at least take, okay, how about this? We take 5 days now, just so I can finish the setting stones, leave one with Bert, give the other one to you, and then we head out and do the things we want to do. That way we'll at least have that done for Bert to be able to tell us if anything goes wrong here.
Yep, sounds good to me. You guys?
Alright.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. So wait, it's 50. That's 500. Yeah, it's 125. All right, cool. Well, then I'll go. I'll put that in. I'll start working on that today. Wow, its construction's done. I think. Yeah.
It's gonna be done tonight.
That's pretty nice. Want to buy more upgrades?
We could either buy more upgrades or have at least a day or two of complete peaceful utter silence.
Oh, I absolutely think for the next 5 days while I'm working on this thing, we should enjoy complete silence.
Right, I think we should get some siege weapons on the way.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And I think right before we leave, we dump some money on new extensions. What do we currently have? Sorry, Alex, I'm confused because I see that there's the landowning improvements and the Batarans Hall list.
Batarans Hall is what you currently have.
Okay, cool. So that's what we currently have. And are those things crossed out on the improvements thing?
Some of them, yes. In fact, actually, let me cross out siege weaponry because you have the first stage of
I
that.
was gonna ask, yeah.
Yeah. Others you can buy more than one of. Like, for instance, it would not make sense to buy more than one cloakroom, but you can definitely buy more than one farm.
Oh, okay, so you're able to buy more than one library too. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Which yeah, okay, cool. Okay, I mean, yeah, I have like almost 12,000 gold, so I'm spend money to make money. That said, I would like to preferably be allocating my funds towards something that's useful. Does Banran's Hall have a ballroom?
Not yet. It doesn't.
We do have a foyer, but
I mean, listen, the war is not the best time to throw a party, but we could get ahead. We could get ahead of the curve. We get a ballroom ready when the war's over. We throw a big fucking blowout.
Yeah, currently
certain functions.
Yeah, currently you only have like the basic foyer. It's basically walk in, go somewhere else, please.
You have some good ideas sometimes.
Don't you
Most
think
of
that
my
would be
ideas are
a
good.
lower priority right now?
Wait, it's called, trend setting, Momo.
Yes, but we could also be focusing more time on more important things than
More than one thing can be being built at a time.
Fine. What mercantile stuff do we have?
I mean, you did mention you have 12,000 fucking gold, so the world is your oyster. We can work on more than one thing.
We can. Oh, that's actually a really good point. Okay. Lord Stormkirk, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, how often is he around here?
Every couple of months.
Okay, if I'm about to invest this much money in the Banran's Hall, I have one humble request.
Yeah?
A statue of me.
No.
Denied.
Okay, a plaque in my name as a major contributor to Banran's Hall.
We can, put it on a bench somewhere.
I don't really like the outdoors. I don't know.
You could put a commemorative brick in the garden or something.
Okay, a commemorative brick in the garden.
Yeah, have your name stamped into it. That whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. Is it at least the button for a secret door or something, or is it just a brick?
I mean, that doesn't sound like it would be a very effective secret door. It would be, oh hey, do I press the labeled brick?
Really busting my chops here, man. Okay, how about this? A framed portrait of me over the room mantelpiece.
Malcolm's just gonna move on and just say...
I mean, if you want to find an artist and commission a portrait of yourself, then by all means.
Maybe.
We haven't really done anything with the merchants yet.
And I don't think we've done anything with the guilds either. Have we?
I mean, they're here.
Okay.
You do have a few of them.
You've got a couple of them with offices here, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
We've invested into the Male Workers and Journalism's Guild.
Okay, that's actually pretty decent.
A drawbridge?
Drawbridge might be nice. Yeah, it'd be efficient. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we don't have a farm, do we?
You have a lot of farms, actually.
Oh, we do. Okay.
You've got crops, meat, and let me double check what other farms you have.
I see it now. Yes, good. That's awesome.
Yeah, crops, meat, and grain you have farms for.
Yo, we can build an academy here.
We'll teach people how to be fools.
No. Scam just gasps, his eyes go like dinner plate size. Like, I could start up my own pink ring academy to fucking undermine Paulette.
If I may get a little selfish, I'd like to invest into the practice range.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. So we were thinking that we should let's wait 5 days, and then before we decide our next move, we dump some money on things. That way we can at least sleep in quiet for a while. Okay.
All right.
Well, good talk. I need to go to the bank to repay the loan I took out before going to Mirandu. So after that, I'm gonna start working on the sending stones, and I'll give one to Bert and one to you, Corellian. Sound good? All right. Fuck yeah. Peace out. High five. Nope. All right. Moving out.
Another one of those minor explosive devices goes off.
Just fucking covering the walls. I made 7 of these.
Every one of these deals 1 non-lethal damage.
Yes, it's mostly just, I built it out of all the fucking ash that Torquelin had. It's just an explosion of soot and ash.
You see? Science.
You know, they are useful. They are pretty useful. Oh, man.
Alright. Quintessa, in the interest of having you actually do something in the middle of all this D&D, firstly, you feel a surge of chaotic energy.
Oh, no.
Who does?
Quintessa.
Quintessa does.
Fantastic.
It's time to feel fear.
Which means that the next person to draw the card will be Atlas. What is it?
What is it?
I hate it.
It's a bunny.
It's a bunny. Oh,
Have you seen this one yet?
The Rabbit Prince?
the Rabbit Prince. If I remember, that's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good one if you're in the middle of battle, but if you're not, it does fuck and all.
What happens?
You want me to draw another one then?
Normally it's flip a coin. Heads, you immediately have another action. Tails, your enemy immediately has another action.
We have never drawn this card before, apparently.
Well, sorry.
Do we want to draw another one?
Yeah, let's draw another one.
Yeah.
That was boring.
That's utterly useless.
Okay. This is something that's gonna kill someone else. What up? This is pretty. That's kind of really... Woo.
The Demon's Lantern.
Oh, okay. We've drawn that before.
Does the library catch on fire?
No, but we're gonna meet someone again.
Quintessa, in the middle of your studies, you hear someone humming a merry tune in the middle of a library, which doesn't make sense because you locked the door.
The door. Okay.
So,
hello?
so you look around for the source, and sitting at one of the tables, flipping through a book on the races of Irion, is Mr. Fox.
Say, why?
It's the Mr. Fox card!
Oh, for
boy.
fuck's sake, how did you get in here?
Oh, for fuck's sake. You missed. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on.
Yeah. Mr. Fox slowly looks up. I have access to this library. Did no one think to tell you?
No.
Strange. You'd think your fiancé would have at least mentioned it. Oh well, I guess it completely slipped his mind.
Look, my fiancé went travelling for months and didn't even send me a letter, so a lot of things slip his mind.
You really need better taste in men.
Well, my taste is my taste. And I like my taste, even if you don't.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't. I particularly enjoy watching the chaos happen.
What do you want?
Well, currently, I want to be left alone to read. One would think you, of all people, would understand that.
Yes, alright. Why here?
Well, here happens to be one of the largest collections of books on the various races of Irion. Across, well, Irion, obviously.
Alright, well, that's fine, but if you want to borrow one, then please come and ask me and don't just steal something.
Steal? Why do people always think I just steal things? The assumptions of some people, so rude.
Okay, well, don't shoot the messenger and I just go back.
Alright. You go back, occasionally casting glances Mr. Fox's way. Aside from the occasional humming a merry tune to himself, he's actually a pretty good library patron. He's not causing any damage to the books. He is just like taking notes on them rather than trying to rip out pages or like steal the books.
That's fine. Then I will leave him be and I will write some notes.
Alright. Few more hours later, you hear someone try to open the door. A young male voice saying, "Oh, god damn it," trying to open it again. And then finally, knock, knock, knock. Hi? Someone in there?
I go and answer it, and then come up it.
Alright. You unlock the door, open it up. Standing before you is a young man that I am pretty sure you have not met because most of your time's been in the library.
Okay.
He is wearing a smith's clothes that look like they barely fit. A lot of it's like tied around to fit with the rope. Currently has a little bit of soot on his face that, as he sees you, he quickly wipes off. Hi, my name's Bryce. I work at the Smith's on the grounds. Mind if I come in?
Be my guest.
Alright. You hold open the door for Bryce. He steps in. As you follow him, you notice that Mr. Fox is gone, and you do not recall seeing him leave.
Oh, shame. Bye.
Unfortunate. Right, so, long story short, there are these weird mantis creatures that, like, walked into the smith one day, and, like, I think they want us to craft them some weapons, but I have no idea how to talk to them. I heard this place had, like, books on the races of Irion. Do you mind if I look, please?
It's a public library. You're more than welcome to look.
I mean, I thought it was a public library, but the door was locked, so, like, I don't know if that rule changed or something.
It changed until you showed up, so just go and look.
Okay. He stammers and quickly dashes out of sight. That's not where the books on the Races of Irion are. You just get the feeling he wanted an exit from the conversation.
The other side.
Thank you! He slowly scooches around to the other side and starts staring at the books, trying to thumb through and identify which one is about Thrycreen. It takes him a couple minutes. Alright.
If he needs help, then I can help him.
He has not said anything throughout all of this. He's, like, been glancing at the same pile of books as if he's missed something, which he very clearly hasn't, but he is not asking for help.
Then help he shall not get.
Excellent! It takes him way longer than it should to find a book about the Thrycreen, pull it out, and start flipping through it fervently, back and forth, looking very, very puzzled.
Do you need help?
I'm not missing something, right? There's not an index in here that shows, like, where you learn to, talk to him?
Well, call it read between the lines, I guess, and actually reading the book.
He stammers again, quickly raises up the book in front of his face, and, mumbles something to himself.
I can still hear you.
What do you say? He was mumbling, "I can read. Why do people think I can't read?"
I never said you couldn't read.
I guess I was reading between the lines then, says Bryce.
I'm sorry, it's been a day.
He is quiet, focusing intently on the book.
I will let him read the book.
The book? Okay. He is in there for several hours before he sighs, puts the book back, and heads out looking as stumped as before.
In that time, I've been making notes on all the details I can remember about Team B.
Okay.
And that's
Momo's
about it.
actually gonna come in because he wants to read more up on Geisel and stuff. So he's gonna try the door, see that it's unlocked, and just walk in and not really acknowledge Contessa because he's still mad, but he's gonna just straight up go over to Geisel's work and see if he can't find anything, or just read up in general.
All right. Go make an investigation check, Momo.
Okay. Investigate.
Oh. Well, Geisel wrote a lot of children's books. You find a lot of children's books.
That's unfortunate.
Do I notice, Bryce?
Yeah, I'd say if it's any time that you enter the library between early afternoon and early evening, Bryce is in there.
Okay. Momo sees Bryce, and he sees that he's stumped, and he's gonna kind of go over there and just, hey, Bryce, what are you doing in here?
Oh,
If
hey.
you don't mind me asking.
Well, you know, there's these two mantis. I want to say mantis men, but I'm not sure, and I don't, want to be wrong.
Do I remember what their species is called?
The Thrycreen.
The Thrycreen?
Yeah. They actually came into the Smiths today, and I think they wanted to order something, but Gugmek doesn't speak Thrycreen, and obviously I don't, so I was just, coming in here to see if there was anything that taught me how to do that, and I guess there's not.
I can help you.
Really?
Yeah, I actually have a spell that can be very useful to you guys if you want my help.
Oh, that would actually be really appreciated. Thanks so much, Mama.
Of course. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Alright, I guess just come with me, go fetch them, and we can, try talking, or...
Okay, let's do it.
Alright,
So, yeah.
Bryce puts the book back and is about to leave, but then stops, turns around. And, thank you, lady, for unlocking the door.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Come back anytime.
Okay,
Says
he
under his
says.
breath.
And then
Follows Bryce.
Bryce awkwardly shuffles away from the library.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and say that it doesn't take you all that long to find the Thrycreen. They are still back in the tenement buildings. They have not moved into any of the houses, even though there are houses available for them.
Okay. So I find the Thrycreen, right? And I get their attention, and I'm gonna cast tongues on myself. Can you find it?
Alright.
Say, hello, can you understand me?
Let me double check, because I think the Thrycreen understand common, but I remember... Actually, wait. That might be in the question, because last time we talked to the Thrycreen, we needed telepathy to do it, so...
That's true.
Moreover, when the target speaks, I mean, I guess if Momo's the target, it implies that they can understand him.
Oh, they can understand him with tongues, so yes, they can understand you, Momo.
Okay, cool.
They look at each other, look back at you, and you hear, "Yes, is this magics?"
Yes, I have a spell that I can use to communicate with those that can't understand or can't understand me.
Like your
So-
halfling?
I'm sorry?
Like your halfling?
Yes. I was informed that you went to the smithy and tried to order something, or that's what it seemed like, and I wanted to assist.
They respond, "Yes. War comes to the land. We want to fight. But if our weapons break, we are out of luck. yours and ours, do not agree. We wanted to know if Githka and Chachka could be crafted. I'm going to copy and paste that into the chat so you know how to spell it.
Okay.
The
Are those kinds of what, like out of character? Are those kinds of?
That is the Hangouts link. That is not the name of those weapons.
Woo! Glad you didn't post that.
Yeah, that could have been real bad.
But nuts. So, are those kinds of weapons? Like, do I know what those are?
Make an intelligence check, Momo.
We all know how this is gonna go.
That's investigation.
Oh, what?
But I think it's the same number either way.
It is the same number. What's the number again?
Big shrug, Momo. You don't know what those words mean. You thought tongues would let you understand the Thrycreen, but apparently not.
Right. Those kinds of weapons or those names? I apologize. I'm not very familiar with the Thrycreen language.
One of the Thrycreen pulls out what looks to be a large steel dart, but it splits into 3 pieces in like this triangle formation. Holds it out to you. Chachka. And then the second one pulls out this pole with 2 stone and metal blades on either end. Githka.
Okay. Alright. So.
I copy and pasted a picture of a Thrycreen in the chat. It's holding a Githka and a Chachka.
Sick. Oh, that's pretty sick. Alright. We can see if the smithy knows how to make those. And if he does, I will... Do you want me to take those weapons with me so that he has sort of reference?
Would prefer to hang on to them.
I understand. I will see if he knows what those are and knows how to make them. And if he can help, I will come back in and inform him.
Alright. Bryce, who's been with you the whole time, just kind of watching the one-sided back and forth, gives an awkward smile and a thumbs up.
I turn to Bryce, and I say, so they do want some weapons made, and they, there are these 2 specific kinds of weapons they want made. It's,
those things? I mean,
yes.
those look relatively simple. I can, Bryce pulls out a sketchbook and does some crude sketches of the designs. Yeah, I could probably just, like, pass this off to Gugmek, and, he could put those in the queue.
That sounds great. How much would it be?
Well, he works on his own salary, so technically since they're the ones that put in the orders, they'd have to negotiate that with him. Which, oh gosh, yeah, I can see the problem there.
I wouldn't mind paying for it myself. If you would allow it?
I'm sure he would not argue with getting money. Let's call it 5 gold and hope for the best.
Okay. He pulls out 5 gold, and, like, for each weapon?
5 gold total. Actually,
Okay.
wait. If it's a pair for both of them, it would be 10 gold.
Okay. He just straight up pulls 10 gold out of his pocket and dumps it in his hand.
Alright. Bryce pockets the money. Thanks, thanks so much for the help, Mama.
Of course, if you ever need any help with this again, don't hesitate to ask.
Alright.
And I turn to the Thrycreen and say, the weapons will be made.
Excellent. Let us hope they understand the artistry.
Agreed. Is there anything else you need, Bryce?
I'm doing good right now. I'll let you know if anything comes up.
Thank you. Let me know as soon as the weapons are done.
Alright. And Bryce waves goodbye and heads back to the forge.
And Momo, says cheers to the Thrycreen, giving them a nice, farewell, and heads off to do his own thing.
Cool. All right. In that case, I'm going to say, unless anyone wants to do anything at night, then the day is going to pass.
Yeah, all I do is go to the bank and just repay the 100 gold I took out for a pearl.
Cool.
That's all I do.
Sena happily takes back the money, says it's a pleasure doing business with you, and then waves you away to count it.
Yep. And then I'm going to spend the rest of my time beginning work on that sending sense.
Cool.
Mal's just going to spend a portion of the evening just trying to illustrate. There doesn't need to be anything for that.
Cool. All right. In that case, during the night, Scam, you have a dream.
Oh boy.
In the dream, you are doing some accounting, going over expenses, and most importantly, gains. A whole lot of gains. The stuff that you took from Dragatha's lair, what you got from selling stuff in Dragatha's lair. When you hear and then feel this behind you, and slowly turn, and the great dragon himself is just perched on a ledge that is suddenly behind you, staring, not doing anything, just like watching.
I look over my shoulder at him. I grab a big old fucking handful of gold from his lair, and I just hold it up towards him and let it just, twinkle down through the gaps in my fingers, and be like, "Hey there!"
He says nothing, but smiles, and as the gold trickles through your fingers, you feel the sensation of wetness as they do, and you look down, and the gold in your fingers is starting to melt.
That's okay. It's just like, gross. It's not burning me, just melting.
It's not burning you yet, but it is melting and getting steadily hotter. Like, not to the point where it's painful to hold yet, but it will be soon.
Yeah, I just wipe it off my hands.
All right.
Hey.
You shake your hand, the molten gold drops onto the piles of more gold.
Yeah, is that, I gesture at all the gold. So, is that really all you're gonna do? Is you're gonna stand there and look at me? Because I can sit here and have a staring contest with you for eternity if that's what you want to do.
As you keep talking, you notice
your
the room.
was just, so easy to kill.
You notice the room getting steadily hotter and look down.
I reaction cast to fucking absorb elements if I can.
You snap your fingers to cast absorb elements. Nothing happens.
Fuck. Oh shit, no god. Okay, I power move, I strip to my boxers. You think your heat can fucking bother me? I am I'm invulnerable. I am impregnable like a great steel bastion. You can't get to me, you big, scaly, undead fuck.
And as you say this, the clothes that you tossed away sink down and burn away in the gold as it just spreads and spreads,
just
filling the horizon.
What the fuck do you want, dude? I mean, come on.
You try to clamber up to Dragatha's platform, but finally he moves, slamming down a claw across your whole body.
My ribs.
Reap what you have sown. And tosses you down into the molten gold. And you wake up in a hot sweat.
As I fall to the ground, Scam just screams in his dream. He goes, "I've always wanted to bathe in gold, but this is ridiculous!" Just in the gold.
It's like reverse Scrooge McDuck.
I wake up. Scam is going to fucking take his bag of holding, and just walk into his bathroom, nestle himself in the tub, just open the bag of holding and let gold just dump out on top of him. He's just gonna fucking sleep in that.
A lot of gold coins pour out, and
just dump a shower of Dragatha's gold over my head. I just stand there until it's nice and full. And I wiggle myself into the mass of gold coins. I try to go back to sleep. I put 2 little gold coins on my eyes.
Excellent.
No, I put platinum coins on my eyes.
As you do so, it still fills up enough of the tub for you to just dive in, but you think, there should be a lot more in here. So you double check, and you're missing 4,000 gold.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, 4,000 gold is just gone from the bag of holding.
No. What the fuck?
You hear like a muffled groan and then like a few like loud thumps against the wall. I presume our rooms are right next to each other. Why not?
Why not?
You just hear like a growl and some thump, and after a minute, Krellin like opens the door and opens your door into your room, not into the bathing area.
My chamber is strewn with gold and shit that's been flung out from the bag of holding. As I am currently, only my head is sticking out of the bag of holding. The rest of me is in there. You point at Krellian. Where's my money?
Krellin blinks, like one hand on Moscow's shoulder, does another blink.
My 4,000 gold cut from the one you gave me. It's gone.
What does that have to do with me?
The gold you gave to me is gone. You watched. Okay, you watched.
You literally never gave it to me?
Oh, shit. Okay, the gold you said I could have, right? You said I could have 4,000 gold, right? You watched me give everyone else but you money, right?
Right.
Okay, then I'm missing money. Has anyone been in my room?
Not
to find
that,
out. I should have
that I'm
alarmed the fucking
aware of.
thing. I should have alarmed the fucking thing. In fact, I had the fucking alarm spell prepared, and I feel like a fucking asshole for not casting it in my own bed chamber. I want to find who took my money, and I'm gonna kill him.
Right. I hesitate to ask how anyone could have possibly gotten.
Do you have any
close
divining
enough
spells?
to your bag of holding? Not really.
What? God, yeah. I need.
It's really my purview.
Does Momo have divining spells?
I mean, probably.
Alright, go back to bed. Scam throws on a terry cloth bathrobe and fucking storms down the hallway to Momo's room and just.
Coming! Hold on! He opens the door.
Scam is like feral.
What? What do you want?
You can see the future, right? You can see the future and the past, and you know the events that have transpired. You can ask your god for answers, right?
Kind of looks down the hall the other direction. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Someone stole my fucking money from Dragatha's lair.
What?
Check your money that I gave you. Check your money that I gave you.
He checks and he still has his 4,000 minus 10 gold. I still
Looks
have
at the
mine.
DM, does he?
He does, yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, someone robbed me. Someone stole my fucking money. Okay?
Okay.
So I need your help to find out who did it and why and where.
I don't know how I could do that.
Do you have the augury spell?
One moment.
You have it prepared.
Well, it's probably not prepared right now, but like,
Yeah.
I figured that as a cleric, you probably have the augury spell.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to click that. I was checking something.
Scam is like truly
I do
feral
have
right
augury.
now. Okay.
I do. Why?
I want you to prepare that fucking spell. Please.
Oh, alright. Okay. Alright.
Wait, that's probably the best choice, right? Like it's like the one that can like I need answers, right? Yeah. Okay.
I cast some gem
Oh, augury is like for a plan.
Yeah,
Fuck, what
augury
is the spell
is
that, like...
augury is like, is this a good idea? That's
What?
is that a good idea spell?
Hold on, I think the one you're talking about is.
Is it divination? Is it I think it's the spell divination.
It is commune.
Oh, commune.
I think. Do I even have like? I have. I don't have that anymore.
Okay, so you have commune?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Can you cast commune, Momo? Can I talk to Serenita so she can help me figure out who robbed me?
He kind of extends his hand onto Scam's forehead and kind of feels if he has like a fever or something. You're kind of feral. Are you alright? Okay, all right. I'm preparing it now.
Okay.
Okay. That'll take time.
How long will it take?
I don't know.
8 hours.
What happens?
You need to prepare spells over a long rest, so...
I thought you prepared spells
the
after
morning
a
or
long
something.
rest.
Wibbly wobbly, you're still in the middle of a long rest. It ends at the end of the day.
I'm going back to sleep. When I wake up, I really want you to have that spell prepared, okay?
Right?
Okay.
Okay, just... Right. And he kind of like slowly closes his door again.
I fucking go back to my bedroom.
I'm gonna cast Sending to Corellian, saying, Corellian, hello? Is Scams, is he okay? Can you check on him, please?
You hear a knock at your door, Momo. Corellian's standing right outside.
Momo like opens the door again, seeing if it's Scam. Oh my god.
You called.
He opens the door to let him in. You saw that, right? That he did.
Oh, I heard that. I was woken up by that. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Frankly, I don't think I care all that much, but damn. If somebody had the ability to get into Scam's bag of holding, which I'm sure he sleeps with, then there are probably worse things. The more concerning things afoot, and it's probably worth looking into for everyone's
let's call
sake.
it Ravnala then.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, sorry for the wake up. I didn't think you'd sprint down to your chambers right away.
It's okay. I hope you have a nice rest.
Yeah, as good as it'll get. How early / late is it?
It's the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a walk or something. Somehow being woken up in the middle of the night by a screaming goblin doesn't exactly... Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go take a walk in the garden.
You walk by Scam's door again, you just hear the sounds of utter destruction from within inside.
Oh god, I'm so much more glad that I didn't decide to go back to sleep. Fuck.
Excellent.
I have to prepare a spell for him in the morning. Just sleep.
Good night.
Night.
Alright. And so, despite the grumblings and rage of an angry goblin, the night passes without further incident.
Yay.
First thing, I'm up in the morning, I'm fucking kicking down Momo's bedroom door.
He's still asleep. He's just...
BAM!
What?
Jesus Christ.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Spell!
Can I eat
I throw an apple at Momo.
Do you hit him in the head?
Bonk!
Or does he... Ow! First of all, no, that's not how this works. Second of all, I need actual food, and he throws the apple back.
I throw a bowl in the room that's full of oatmeal into the room.
No! Give me 30 minutes, please, to...
You have 25! I storm off. Scam looks like the biggest mess you've ever seen him in. He is in a full on terry cloth robe, just
I
head to
feel bad.
his hair is just like fuck. What hair? He's not wearing his hair now. Just fucking pointing to the nine winds, just like just in every direction. And he looks he. It's been like what, like less than like 5 hours, but it looks like he has like fucking like he hasn't shaved in a week. Almost kind of just haggard look to him.
Ah, so me.
Yes, he looks like Alex Beckham right now. Yes, that's right.
Momo throws on a shirt, puts on his pants, and then goes downstairs in hopes that coffee is ready or something. Or, what's for breakfast, Alex?
Toast!
Yay! Momo just he has bags under his eyes and he does not look happy after being rudely awakened! So, he just grabs toast, grabs coffee, and just... munch.
Okay, he's just sipping on some tea. Morning.
Good morning, Malachi.
What happened to you?
He slowly looks toward him. Apparently someone stole Dam's gold last night while we were all asleep.
Oh dear.
And
You can
he
just hear
burst
like distantly in the house, just Scam screaming somewhere in the dark, deep hallways of Bannerant.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was just like a personal thing or something he liked to do.
No, he has a money problem, I don't know. He thought it would be a fantastic idea to scream at me while I was asleep and ask me to prepare a spell in the middle of the goddamn night.
Malithane, well, not tosses, but Malithane hands him some breakfast. Here, eat up. Sorry that happened. Really don't deserve anything like that.
It's whatever. Kind of. It's fine. Guess I'm kind of glad that I'm able to help him anyway, but still would rather not be screamed at first thing in the morning.
I don't think any of us are like that. And again, so used to the sounds of construction every morning that maybe we should be used to this.
I thought I would be used to loud noises, but I guess I was just so excited and prepared for a nice, calming morning of silence that I guess, according to the rules of irony, had to send Scamuel Likely on my way.
Somewhere deep in the house, you hear a thud and something shatters.
Oh, speaking of Murphy's Law,
Okay.
here he comes now. Oh, good morning, sunshine.
Good morning, everyone. How did you all sleep last night?
Take a wild guess.
Hey, Malithane,
Scamuel.
you happen to see 4,000 gold lying around somewhere?
Can't say that I have, though was it really worth waking everybody up for?
I did not wake everyone up. I woke up Corellian, and I woke up Momo, and that was the extent of that.
It's a figure of speech.
Yeah. You know what isn't a figure of speech? My fucking money!
Can you not
Sorry about
shout
it.
this early, please, like you have been for the past, I don't know, 5 hours?
Malphane just tosses a piece of toast in his face. Well, not literally, but, just like, take your breakfast. Yeah.
Take breakfast, and I was like, "Was this toast?"
That is toast, yes.
Okay.
Angrily munch the toast.
Momo's just in fear now.
Just all my teeth are barred. Like, thanks. I was hungry.
He slowly doesn't say anything, just kind of slowly starts to back away and leave the dining hall because
Hey,
he's
Momo.
not going to deal with this right now.
Is the spell ready, Momo? Hey, Momo, where you going?
He spreads his wings and takes off at the fucking
Momo, get the fuck back here! Scam fucking sprints after Momo.
She's already out the door.
Get the fuck back here, you piece of shit!
Momo flies around Battenrant's Hall as all the
I
construction is
can't fly
completed.
on myself. I prepared it today.
I'm just imagining Momo's really fast when he's flying, so he's just bolting, and here comes Scam, fucking Tom Cruise running after him, karate chop in the air.
I prepared to fly today, so I just like running, fucking slapping my rocket boots and just BAM! Iron Man after him.
Malphane just says to himself, I woke up this morning expecting shenanigans. This is not what I had in mind.
Maggie and the rest of the guards outside just like look at the aerial chase. A couple of them start making bets.
You guys have any idea what happened here?
You know, does it really matter? Asks one of the guards.
Momo
I'll get
is
back to
gonna.
you on that.
While Momo's flying, he's just gonna like do an aerial dip and just to distract from Scam, hopefully.
What's your flying speed, Momo?
60, I think.
So is mine.
Oh.
So you know.
Well
You
then.
guys were in the hangout, you guys should have
And
seen
my
JoJo's
flight
fucking
lasts
face.
and my flight lasts for 10 minutes.
My flight lasts hours.
All right. So technically speaking, this could go on for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This is just Malphane just slowly, just looking back and forth at this commotion, just every so often just taking a sip of his tea.
Wait, Jojo, I need you to do a thing with me real quick, okay?
Yes, okay.
I need you to do a Doppler effect scream for Momo, okay?
Doppler effect?
You know what I mean? It's the Doppler effect is the sound of like, you know.
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
highway.
yeah.
So I need to do a Momo Doppler effect scream for a second. Just.
Leave me alone!
Get the fuck back here, Momo!
Me!
Get the fuck back here, Momo!
Granny, help me, please!
Cast my fucking spell!
Down in the rose garden, Corellian sitting on a bench, just looking up, watching this, waiting for Scam to forget about the 10 minutes and just plummet.
Yeah, if this goes on for 10 minutes, at one point, like, literally, it just across the horizon, it's just Momo fucking streaking, and it just Scam just, and then just comes to a slow, gradual, like, halt in the air as he just, Roadrunner style, just looks over and goes,
BAM!
I cast fly again.
Nevertheless, people start handing off gold to Maggie, who is just watching the whole thing from one of the watchtowers.
This
on,
will
who
go
did
on
she
for
bet
as
on?
long as I have spell slots, or until someone stops. So,
Alright,
Gonna fly
show's
onto the roof
over.
and, like, hide behind one of the towers or something.
Okay, you're right, Momo.
Shaking and, like, out of breath, like...
Make a stealth check.
Alright.
Stealth, okay.
is this against my passive perception or my active perception?
You're actively looking for Momo, so...
Yeah. Not to drag this on for too long, but Benny Hill theme.
That's what I was saying. Right.
We're gonna get a copyright strike.
Completely flat on the ceiling, just trying not to breathe too loud, and just, like...
Scam like comes like, because I did cast it again, I just come like flying by like, and then just take off because I don't see you.
Oh, well, so much for that.
Well,
Well, this was not how I was expecting to spend my morning.
Mom was gonna cast Sending on, Malifane. Please stop him. I'm in fear.
As if you even have to ask.
Thank you.
Alphane just, at a natural pace, which is 40 feet, just goes over to scan.
I'm zooming around with a 60-foot a second, 60-foot fly speed. Just so
You're going
you know.
around in circles, though.
Yeah, I am.
so
I
you
am.
catch up.
There is no. I am just. Yeah, I am in a very predictable pattern of movement.
Hey, when you eventually calm down, can you take a deep breath and just tell me exactly what happened leading up to this?
What the fuck do you want?
Listen, I don't care for you, but I'd hate to see anything actually happen. So, why don't you just tell me from the start exactly what happened?
I woke up from a nightmare, and I took a gold bath, and 4,000 of my gold was missing.
Shot in the dark. Strange idea, but what happened in that dream?
Oh, it's the usual dreams I begin every so often. Dragatha fucks with my shit, and I call him a bitch, so you know, the usual.
Gotha.
Yeah, you know. I point to my burned fucking arm, and
While he's distracted, Momo's gonna slowly, like, descend from the roof, like, kinda quietly as he can.
Metal Gear Bird.
Corellian, I'm trying to sneak past Scam, but I'm dumb and thick, and my giant wings keep attracting Scam.
God.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, but I've been having some strange dreams regarding Dragatha myself, and they've, whether coincidence or not, they've been related to past or present or future events as well. Shot in the dark, but is it possible that things may just be going kind of, I don't know, fucky with your brain?
My gold was in my bag of holding. If it's my brain just going, I counted every fucking coin in that bathtub, and I'm 4,000 short, right, DM?
Yes, 4,000 exactly.
Right. Yes, 4,000 exactly. Okay. I hold up my bag of holding. Go ahead, reach in there, try to take more gold out of there. There's not any gold left.
I think I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you should. Okay, so somebody stole my gold, which is saying something, because I use this, I hold my bag of holding, as a pillow. I sleep on this. So unless somebody reached into my little pocket dimension, which is impossible, somebody took it from my bag.
Momo's, like, sneaking into the garden where Corellian is so that he can, like, have protection. It's just...
Okay. I am gonna go walk into the forest for a second, count to 10, relieve some anger, and when I come back, I'm going to politely ask for Momo's assistance, and I'm going to cool down so I can find out what happened to my money, and I can get back to work, so we can get back on our quest to save the fucking world!
I just keep imagining in my head that he's just, like, right up in Malfine's fucking face.
Yes, I am. I pulled up a fucking, like, stool to be, like, right in your face.
I was about to say, 100% you just crafted a stool out of nothing specifically so you could scoot ever closer to Malfine.
Bag of holding!
Just craft a fucking stool in the moment.
I just imagine that you climb onto him.
Oh yeah, no, even better. I've climbed like a tree and I'm holding on to like the collar of his shirt, like for support. Feet pressed against his abdomen and the eyes. Hot, stinky goblin breath right on his face.
Holy moly.
I was about to say he doesn't even flinch until you mentioned that, so, slight flinch. Just sort of
Sorry, just
pushes you down, pushes your face away with just two fingers, just like, I think that's a good idea. And if you need any assistance with that later, that is non-hostile, I will be willing to offer it to you. In the
Okay.
meantime, why don't you take that breath?
I'm gonna take a breath. I'm gonna just walk out in the woods for a second. Scam like just climbs back down Malphane, dusts off the parts he was holding, and then just turns and walks very calmly out of the Baton Rance gates into the woods. A minute later, a fireball goes off in the tree line.
Oh, no.
Birds fly into the sky.
You hear a Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
You hear some other bursts of energy. This is me, the player, saying I am casting every spell slot I have today
Okay.
on destructive base spells out in the woods.
I was gonna say, how many of the spells actually ignite again? I forget.
I do have 1 second extinguish flame, so I mean, like I am fully casting all of my spell levels for today. You just see a series of explosions out in the woods. Scam comes back, covered in soot, but looking a little calmer.
All right. Meanwhile, while all that's happening, Quintessa.
I just put an Oreo in my mouth!
Oreo!
What's an Oreo, Quintessa? Enlighten me!
A chocolate biscuit with an odd curd inside.
I was just
Also,
gonna say,
this is
you head downstairs, Quintessa.
Tessa, thank God you're out of the library. Can I go in there for a bit? And can you lock the door?
It's precisely probably at this moment when outside the window you see the fireball and the wood.
Please, Quintessa, I am begging you. I know we've had a differences in the past, but please, I am begging you for this one time. Please save me. You can tell he's kind of shaking.
I would more than love to, but if he's setting fire to everything, then I don't know if that's safe for the books.
It's not about the books. Quintessa, please! I am begging you.
What's in it for me?
What the fuck do you want?
I don't know. What can you
literally
offer?
give you anything. Anything I can possibly do. What do you want? Do you want a quill from my ass? Do you want, like, I don't know, a freaking coffee or something? I don't know. Do you want me to take you out to Port Miranda and take you out for a nice walk or something? What do you want, please?
2 coffees and it's a deal.
Done! Just, please!
Points to the library.
He, like, books it. And, like, slams the door.
Locks it behind him.
I pointedly forgot to mention that when Scam comes back, he drags a fucking bear carcass behind him.
You probably only needed the one, by the way. Good morning.
What, me good morning?
I said you probably only needed to ask for the one, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I thought you were talking to him.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume Malifane went back inside at some point and saw you come down, so.
Sorry, well, I decided to come out because I heard the sound of screaming and thought someone was being murdered horribly.
Well, that's not too far off. Someone lost their gold, and now they're going bizarre on everyone.
You seem horribly chill about this.
Honestly, are you not used to this kind of behavior?
From you, no. The Malifane only would freak out about this.
Oh, not from me, from him. From Mr. Likely.
Well, what's he gotten into a tiz about?
Apparently he got some gold stolen from him, or 4,000 something or other. Something about...
Gold.
He mentioned that it was in the middle of the night, which leads me to believe A, that someone managed to sneak into his room, or B, there's some shenanigans going on in his mind.
Then what's with Momo freaking out?
Oh, yeah. Something about a spell. Scam was chasing him around.
Is this what it means then by, looks at her hand, a loosey-goosey?
That probably seems about right.
Meh.
You seem pretty well today.
I actually managed to sleep.
Hey, nice. Good to finally see you bright and bushy-eyed for a change.
Should someone talk to Scam?
Yeah,
I'll go do it. What can possibly go wrong with that?
I can think of a few things, but...
Goes and does it.
Mal's just gonna, sigh hesitantly and just follow behind, 10 steps.
I have dragged a bear carcass into the foyer.
Bam! There's a bear carcass.
I have the worst timing possible. I need to be right back. I'm sorry, the laundry's done.
Quick, to Corellian!
So, Corellian, you've been out in the garden this whole time, right?
Wow, it has definitely been an experience to watch this.
Certainly has.
I guess I'm going to keep an eye on the horizon and make sure there isn't any lingering smoke from the forest. Because I don't want it to burn down.
I did put out every fire using control flames out there, just to make sure that nothing erupted into flame.
Okay. It smells, definitely, but there's no active smoke.
That's probably good enough. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands of the situation briefly, and I'm gonna go see if Torquelin is up so I can help him with his problem.
You head down to the enchantry. Torquelin looks up. All right, so we're perfectly clear. The explosions did not come from me.
Yes. We are perfectly clear. First off, you are down here. The explosions were way out in the woods. You're fine.
Okay, just making sure. Because there might be explosions down here, and if there are, I don't want to be blamed for ones I didn't cause.
Are there often explosions down here, Torquelin?
I deal with magic. There's going to be a couple of explosions.
Krellian does a brief inspection of the enchantress.
There are a couple of burn marks around the fireplace, but that's about it.
As long as you're keeping it contained and relatively safe, then. So, you are still fine with not being a lycanthrope, yes?
I would very much like to not be a wolf again. It wasn't a pleasant experience from the 0 seconds I remember of it.
And waking up from, falling stairs wasn't exactly the best time.
Yeah, always sucks when you open your eyes and you're in a jail cell.
Yeah, I can imagine. Right. Give me your hand, please.
Torquelin gives his hand.
And Krellian will cast Remove Curse.
Abracadabra. After some divine energy flows into him, the curse of lycanthropy is lifted, and I no longer have to keep track of the lunar cycle. Yay!
That should be done and dusted then. No moon issues going forward. Just don't do whatever it is you did to get this. Yes.
You pointedly don't mention that it was, you and the party asking him for help opening the wolf door in the basement that probably led to this. Alright, says Torquelin.
Excellent. Perfect. Great. Funnily enough, I think this is the third time I've cured someone of lycanthropy? What the fuck?
You should start advertising that as a service. Maybe, get a little source of side revenue.
Honestly, it might not be the worst idea. Actually, quick question while I'm down here. Remember the book that Trevlon is trapped in? You haven't made any headway or anything?
I've cast a whole bunch of divination spells on it, and it yelled at me every single time. Different types at different times. A lot of yelling from that book. Usually not good yelling. Is there actually a type of good yelling? Because, I'm sure there is theoretically a type of good yelling.
I mean, excited yelling, I guess? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that'd do it. This was not excited yelling, though.
Yeah. Alright, well, Yeah, thanks for the update. Just make sure that book doesn't get caught in any explosions.
Yeah, I keep it away from the fireplace. I have some sense about me, he says.
Yes, thank you. Right, I'll send Scam down whenever he's done doing whatever the fuck he was doing, and let you guys. Yeah, see you later.
Cool. You head out of the enchantry. Scam has dropped off a bear carcass in the foyer.
What the bloody hell is this?
I think that was directed at you.
I don't think Scam is in a
He's
position to
muted.
speak to
Scam
anyone
is on
at
mute.
the moment.
Oh no.
My bad. I replied lunch in response to that, by the way.
Christ almighty.
Also,
when
for the record,
I said
for the record-
non-hostile, this isn't exactly what I had in mind.
I didn't do this. I point to the bear. I gesture over at an extremely blood-stained Jabidi who's holding a knife.
Holy shit!
Beautiful. I'm going to assume you're not sharing.
I'm feeling a little better.
Good. What's the problem?
I woke up in the night to find that 4,000 gold is missing from me. Specifically, the 4,000 gold I got from Dragatha's lair.
Oh, 4,000 gold? Yes, I might have borrowed that.
What?
Yeah, I was running low on funds, so I thought I'd just sneak in and borrow it.
Now, out of character, this is the moment where I have to wrestle. Does Scam insight check this? Because he has a low wisdom. He doesn't often insight check people. Or does he take this at face value and lose his fucking shit? This is a really interesting time, and Scam has a wisdom of 6. So Quintessa says that, and Scam pounces on her to fucking attack. Fucking leaps at her, like lunges into the air to fucking like combat wrestle her.
Oh no.
This is all unarmed.
That's fine.
Is this an athletics check, Alex? Or
Athletics check, yes.
Okay.
For a mighty leap.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm super great at these. It's 10. I'm gonna make that flash of genius to make that a 14.
What's your AC, Quintessa?
17.
Is she in her armor? It's the morning. It's the morning. We're home.
What's your dex? What's your dex, Quintessa?
Fuck, let me check. It's +5, so it'd still be like 15.
It will still be like 15 if she's not in her armor.
Okay, that's fine. Just...
Oh, for goodness sake. No, I didn't actually take it. I just thought I'd just get your anger up more.
I just calmed down, and you put me right back up there.
Yeah, kind of funny.
It wasn't,
But wait, you don't have anything to go on then?
No. Put me down.
I'd pat him on the head.
No, I don't have anything to go off on. I woke up and it was missing. I am waiting for Momo to return so I can have Momo ask his god for answers.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
What's that?
Well, despite his claims that he's not a thief, I don't exactly buy it, but Mr. Fox showed up in my library the other day. Could have been him.
That is also a possibility, yes.
Mr. Fox, the guy met in Mirandu?
Yes, the guy who conveniently showed up to buy the thing we just got.
I thought... Wait, he paid how much gold for it again? 3,000?
4,000.
Wait! That was a joke!
Chat, the look on Xander's face right now.
He looks like his god just fucked in the bird.
Does Scam have this same face?
Yes.
I
Well,
can't
say-
believe.
Fully scam.exe has crashed, is what you're seeing right now.
Wow.
You know what? I'm going to take the pun damage for this. It's going to be worth it.
What?
Well, it looks like Scam got scammed. Worth it.
Full pun damage.
Can I have Jabidi stab him with the knife Jabidi's holding?
I
Not
drew
bad,
that,
not
by the way.
lethally. Just
I actually drew that, by the way.
Nice. So I know Jabidi has no facial expressions and cannot talk, but the first thing that came to mind was that drawing of Goofy saying, "I'll fucking do it again."
Basically, fucking Jabidi just holds up the knife overhead and mouthing, but Scam is just like staring blankly and goes,
I hate to say this, Daniel, but you really should have seen this coming.
I made a deal with that fucking asshole.
Yep.
Hey, DM.
Yes?
What do I know about the Yugoloths? Do they scam people, or do they usually hold true to their word?
Since they're an extra planar creature, I'll say that technically does fall under an Arcana check.
It's a natural 1. I'm so angry. I'm so angry.
You are so angry. What you know about Yugoloths, they're fucking bitches. They're little money-stealing bitches. They steal money, they're bitches, and they're also bitches. Those are the thoughts going through your head.
Quintessa,
Yes.
I need you to help me find the right book to summon that fucking asshole to Baton Rance.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're gonna say it's fall level? Not. Okay, if you're serious. Yeah, let's find a fucking book to summon him with.
Let's go back. Just take him.
We fucking just go into the library.
Quintessa, you unlock the library door. Momo's still in there.
Oh,
hey, Momo.
For the record, Malkin has absolutely nothing better to do today, so he's just following him around.
Why do I picture Momo just fucking goes full pale white and just screams?
Yeah.
What do you mean full pale white? Look at Momo!
Oh,
He is.
Sheds all of his feathers. And then
No. His entire
no.
his entire face just goes complete round with his feathers puffing up. Just
Hey, Momo. Oh, hey, we're glad you're here. We could probably use your help. Good news, I think I know who stole my money.
You do?
Mr. Fox.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've calmed down. I blew up some things, had Jabidi kill a bear. I'm feeling pretty
Whoa,
level-headed.
hold on. Take 10 steps back. Kill a what?
A bear.
Yes,
It's in the
I-
foyer. You hungry? It's going to be served for lunch.
Nice.
I'm gonna... He kind of like just silently goes out into to look at the bear.
On record, Caroline is definitely removing the bear from the foyer because we're not serving a bear for lunch.
Yeah, Momo
God, so
goes
far.
into the foyer and it's just, I can help with that. Don't drag it. And he casts Animate Dead on the bear so that he can make it walk out himself.
Oh, God.
So the staff that's still around was giving
Please tell
some
me
weird
the servant
looks.
just fucking vomits in the corner.
They were giving some weird looks before to a bear carcass, but then the bear stands up and they're like, "What the holy mother of fuck!" And a lot of them run, one of them pukes. The bear just stares at you, Momo.
Fuck, why does it have to bring attention to me? Okay. And he just like makes it walk outside and back into the forest.
You hear ever-distant chorus of, "What the fuck?" says the bear. Keeps heading out of Baton Rance Hall.
He kind of like walks with the bear, but like a fair distance away so that it kind of almost barely kind of looks like he's
Barely.
not doing it, but he's kind of obviously doing it because he's kind of like just, he's like standing there and he would normally hold his hands out to control it, but he's kind of just holding his hands up, just kind of walking. Just
Hey,
don't
Momo.
look suspicious. Don't look suspicious. Don't
Mama, we're
look
gonna
suspicious.
have a chat.
No, we're not. I'm
Yes,
solving
we
a
are.
problem. I'm solving this problem of the bear carcass in the middle of the fire. So
And
I'm putting
yes,
it back
thank
into the
you.
woods and
Caroline's walking with Momo. Thank you for solving the problem of the bear carcass in the foyer. Once you are done solving that problem, we can then work on solving the problem of people freak out about necromancy. We're gonna have a chat.
A couple people have shot arrows at the zombie bear, and it just does not care and keeps walking as if it's not being shot repeatedly.
I just want to make a point of order here. Alex, if this episode is not called The Bare Necessities, I will fucking riot.
Please write that down.
Look for the
I
bear.
will.
Bear.
Look, we found the bear. All right.
You know, if Malifay wasn't putting up with these fucking shenanigans, he probably would be terrified.
So, you continue walking along, getting out of, Battenrance Hall, back to the forest, Momo, where you see a scrawny, young, copper-scaled dragonborn look up from picking a couple of plants in the forest, see a zombified bear, scream and hide behind a tree very poorly.
It's okay. It's not.
That's a bear! That's a bear!
It's okay. I kind of looked at Corelli and was like, what the fuck do I say?
It's alright, the bear's dead. Momo, kill the
Yeah,
spell.
I noticed that!
The spell immediately, and the bear just drops like a.
Boom! The bear
See,
just
it's dead.
collapses into a ragdoll heap.
It's double dead now.
Triple dead, completely dead, no harm to anyone whatsoever, and it was not. I'm not the reason why it was walking.
You sure?
Yeah. See, dead.
So this particular character has a terrible insight score, so they believe you. You hear a sigh, and the Dragonborn slowly comes back from behind the tree, starts hurriedly picking up some of the plants they dropped. So, is that usual around here? Zombie bears?
Not exactly, but well, it was a special occasion of one of our comrades killed the bear, so we had to bring it back into the forest so that it could die in a more
Yeah. I heard explosions before, and also hid from that. But then they stopped, so I thought it was all going to be fine, and then it wasn't fine. But I guess it's fine now again. Is it going to be not fine again?
Fine.
I-
Yes, it
It's
is
fine
okay.
now.
Okay. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. We're all good.
Krellian looks between the two of them. Could everyone just take a deep breath for a second?
I'm breathing just fine.
Yep.
All right. Good. So, Krellian turns to the Dragonborn fellow. Can't say that I've seen you around before. What's your name? What are you doing out here?
My name's Kelwin. Kelwin Faltez. I'll type that in chat. I recently got hired. There was an opening for an herbalism lab in the old hall here, and I thought, well, I do that. Well, I not as a hobby. I was actually studying that back at the university. I thought, could be a chance to help pay for the student loans. So here I am, gathering herbs. It's a lot easier because I still have the textbooks with me. I know what to look for and all that.
Well, nice to meet you, Kelwin. We are stewards, in a sense, of the hall. We look after it in lieu of Lord Battenrance not being here, so it is nice to meet you. I'm Corellian. That's Momo.
All right. Kelwin waves hello, but then stops, slowly puts the hand down. Stewards of the hall? And and the explosions are still fine?
One of our associates, I suppose, was having a bad day, and he came out here to blow off some steam. He assured us that he put out all the fires. Now that we're here, let's check on that.
I sure hope he did. So Kelwyn accompanies you as you take a quick look around the forest. There is nothing burned. Kelwyn occasionally takes some deep breaths into a paper bag, but hurriedly pulls out a textbook, skims through it, looks down at a plant, and occasionally will bend down to pick it up and put it into another bag. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say make a perception check as Kelwyn's doing that for one of them. If you can see
I'll give you
anything
advantage.
fancy about the book.
Sure.
Momo said they gave you advantage, so...
If it's daytime, I have disadvantage.
Oh, I can roll perception if you want.
Alright. Okay.
My first good roll.
Wow, you actually rolled okay, Momo. Obviously you can't see inside the book unless you are going to try and fly up and peer over Kelwyn's shoulder, but the author of the book is Groovon Whitehand.
Groovon Whitehand.
What? Okay.
That name means nothing to me, but he sounds groovy.
Oh! Oh, fuck!
I kind of take a mental note and, I don't really say anything else, but I will relay this to Corellian when Kelwyn is not paying attention.
Alrighty.
I'll say, Corellian, the author of the book he's holding, his name is Groovon Whitehand.
Kelwyn's pronouns are they then, by the way.
Whoops, I'm sorry.
It's all good, it's all good. You just met them.
Time, rewind.
Yeah. The book they're holding is... The author is named Groovon Whitehand.
Krellin sort of does a little curt nod.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Kelwyn, since you mentioned that you were hired on for the herbalism position,
Yes.
do you happen to know anything about an herb, a flower called Mortis Memoria?
Mortis Memoria? Because Kelwyn specifically studies herbalism, I'm gonna give them advantage on a nature check to figure out what that is. I'm gonna do that again. Oh, yeah. It's pretty rare. Luckily it does grow on Irion. The unlucky part, only in the southern swamps, and that's lizard folk territory.
Right. Yep, that's about as much as we heard too. We're probably going to be going out to collect some, so if you know if there's anything special we need to do while collecting or to keep it safe in transit.
With a 26, I will say, they actually do know something about this. Yes, make sure you've got a container that will allow it to get plenty of soil and water. Don't expose it to too much sunlight, because unlike most plants, it does not like the sun.
Thank you so very much, Kelwyn.
Yes, of course. Glad to see that someone else has an interest in this sort of thing.
It was nice to run into you, even if it was under bare circumstances. That isn't common, promise.
Just if you run into me again, don't bring another bear, and surely that'll work out fine.
Sounds good. If you ever need anything, ask for me or let me know, and I will do my best to help you out.
All right. And Kelwyn continues on their way, gathering herbs.
Looks like Momo's on mute. Rippin' pepperoni for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh well.
Ginger has legs.
Oh god. So, as we're walking away from Calwood and making our way back, Krellian sort of turns to Mo. So, conversation time.
Why don't we not have this conversation and have it
Why
another
not?
time? I would rather not, cause I don't want to.
There are lots of conversations that I'm sure a lot of us would prefer not to have, but if we never have them, then nothing ever comes of anything, does it? So even if something is uncomfortable, sometimes it's best to talk about it.
Yes, but can't.
Exactly. Perfect. So let's have a conversation. I just want you to be aware that people get alarmed by undead things. It's not saying that you are a bad person. That's not saying that you need to stop. That's not saying anything other than please be careful. People often have fear towards things that they don't understand. And even things that they do understand, you must realize that undead things are pretty fucking scary to the average person.
Yes, but I I want to learn more about it, and I might have, he's kind of shuffling a little bit, and kind of like picking at his neck feathers or something. Well, I was going to see if I could, I don't know, maybe restore the physical appearance of a dead body, of a corpse or something, so that it doesn't look as scary, and maybe we could use it to our advantage to find things to, alert us of danger, or maybe even, I don't know, fight, or help defend or something. I don't know, just theories or something, and just, I know this seems really messed up, and I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know if I should be disappointed, afraid, or worried that I'm so... He kind of stops for a sec. It enthralls me. Every time I think about it, I think of all the good it could do. Maybe, like, I could help someone with it. Like, maybe it could be, I don't know, just, it's got to help in some way. And maybe I could get so good at it that I could maybe even bring someone back. But I don't have control over souls. I just have control over flesh and rotting bone. Or so, but I don't know.
Krellian sort of nods slowly. Well, maybe you should talk with Magder some more. See if you can send some correspondence his way. Maybe he would be able to help answer some questions for you. And, well, if you're concerned, you could always, pray to Serenita, I suppose, and ask her to weigh in on things, if that's what you would want to, go in for.
You're not disappointed in me, are you?
Oh, gods above. Trust me, I have, no, I've, disappointed, no, definitely not. There are people who are, no, I wouldn't have any right being disappointed in anyone. No, you're fine, Momo, just please be aware of...
How do you feel about all of this? Like, are you afraid, or...
I wouldn't wouldn't say that I'm afraid. It's a little concerning, perhaps, considering you mentioning the whole enthralling aspect of it, with the whole knife thing.
I will say that was a bit of a odd phase for me. Haven't thought about it at all.
I hope so. I'm not afraid, Momo. I'm worried for you, not because of you. I know that undead things are generally considered evil as default, and I am worried perhaps that others who do not know you as well may come to certain conclusions. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'll talk to Magdal later. And I'm sorry. That was... it was the one thing I could think of. Because dead animal, ability to control dead animals or dead things and not wanting to touch it or deal with having to drag it out, so didn't even really think about what people would think.
It's fine. I can lift a bear, Momo. Don't worry about that so much. Actually, I was going to ask completely unrelated, but I was going to ask you about that scimitar. Have you been using it lately?
He pulls out the ice sword. This?
Yes. I don't mean to... We've been fighting things where normal weapons haven't been very effective, and I was wondering if I could use it, if that would be okay. If you're using it, that's fine.
I'm not very proficient with it, and I found it only recently. You probably know how to use it more than me. It's all yours.
Thank you.
Of course.
Of course, if you ever want it back, just let me know.
Will do.
Alright. So, after that, you head back to Baton Rouge Hall. We're going to turn back the clock a little bit to go back to the library as as Momo and Corellian walk out the undead bear. Quintessa, Malifane, and Scam are in the library.
Oh, they didn't see that happen at all?
No, that was all outside.
It was all outside.
When I get my hands on that fox fuck, I am going to make him wish he was going to respawn in the deepest pits of the lower plains. But no.
That is if you get your hands on him. Good luck with that, by the way.
I knew we couldn't trust him.
Listen, my fiend lore is a little shoddy. I thought a deal was a deal and he wouldn't fuck me over.
You're going to trust someone who conveniently shows up when you get the item. Of course he's not going to be trusted.
If they are offering me an upfront payment, yes.
Well, now you've learned your lesson. Let's get the book.
Yeah, let's find. Is there a specific book that summons him, or like...
The books that you have in the library are the complete works of the author Gisper Zimmer, the complete works of Geisel, books on necromancy, books on druidism, and I'm double checking. Oh yeah,
just general books on the races of Irion.
Books on the races of Irion. You have nothing that talks about how to summon a Yugoloth.
Shit.
Okay, well, he appeared in this library last night, you said?
Yes.
What did he want?
To read.
Read what? Which book did he read?
Fuck if I can remember.
It was one of the books on the races of Irion.
That.
Yeah. I don't know. Try calling him forth. I know as the
question. Right. Could we if we looked hard enough, could we see like a loose book in the shelf or something like that?
I'll have you roll for it. Yeah, why not?
What check do I need?
Investigation.
I'm like, I know.
Studious eye.
You're like the master of this library. Why don't you demand he show up? Also,
Alright.
He's stolen a fucking book, so help me Jesus!
Investigation. There we go. Investigation. That's
I'll
a
add plus
net,
4
my
to that.
superiority die. What?
I'll
So
give you Flash of Genius.
Flash
too.
of Genius makes it 17 plus a superiority die.
That's a D6 or D8? I forget.
That's a D8. I think it does.
Okay.
I think at this level it's a D8.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh shit.
All right,
So 25.
25. You take a careful look around. Nothing seems out of place. Mr. Fox is very careful to align back any book he's taken from the library.
Good! I would have killed him.
Well,
I don't know,
At
have you
least
tried,
we
like,
know he keeps himself tiny.
Yeah, have you tried, like, screaming his name, demanding he show up
Alright,
as the master of this library, of which he has been a guest?
I could try.
Do it.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of a way. I declare, as of last night, all people who leave the library must sign their name. Therefore, Fox, you have not signed your name, and you must come back to do so. Sign Quintessa. Come back.
Why did you vocalize signed Quintessa?
Shut the fuck up.
That's beautiful.
We wait in silence. Did it show up?
There's silence for a few minutes. Then you hear Bryce pushes open the door. Sorry! He hurriedly signs his name and runs out the library door again.
You are going to give that man a heart attack one of these days.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Well, that was
Well,
enough.
I think he's only going to come back if we have something useful to him.
What summoned him in the first place?
Wait.
I felt a chaotic surge of energy and then he was here.
Oh,
Wait.
that happens all the time, so that's no good.
Bless you.
Where's
voice
Thank
in
you.
the sky.
the book?
Where's the what?
Where's the book?
I don't know. Where is the book?
No. Not that book. The book.
The book?
The book your friend got sucked into.
Didn't we leave that with someone?
You left it with Torkalin.
It's
That's with
with
Torkalin.
Scam goes sprinting off for Torkalin.
Oh, shit.
Should
Follows-
we go back then, or- yeah, I guess we're going.
Oh, wait.
Torkalin?
Comes back to sign my own name and then
Scam does not sign his name. Instead, Jabidi just floats next to the book and then writes Jabidi and then floats out. I want to go find Torkalin.
Torkalin looks up. Oh, hi, are you here to help work on the sending stones?
I will be in a little bit. Torkalin, I need the book that has the guy in it, their
Trevlon.
friend. What's his name?
Trevlon.
Trevlon. I need the book that Trevlon's in.
Oh, you think you can open it?
I'm going to try something with it, but yeah, maybe I'll open it.
Don't you fucking
All right, he says, handing over the book with Teflon.
Yoink!
What?
Can I try first of all, can I try opening it?
You can absolutely try opening it. It is sealed completely shut.
I look it
don't
over, I
like when you
smell
say
it.
you can absolutely try.
DM, do I get the idea that if I cast a spell magic on this, it will open, or something bad will happen?
You can try.
Well, I'm asking if I know lore-wise.
Make an Arcana check.
Happily. Also, Flash of Inspiration, 17.
There's definitely something magical about this book, and it probably does react to magic.
Okay. Oh, I think I actually don't have it prepared for today.
Also,
But-
you used all your spells for today, so...
I do have a thing that can let me get a spell slot back, which I'm holding on to. Well, just, maybe something to think about for tomorrow. I sniff the book. Weird. Okay, back to the library.
Pardon?
Um,
What just happened?
I fucking run back to the library, I slam the book on the counter, and I yell very loudly with every intent of my being, Mr. Fox! I got a cool book for you!
Silence.
I shake the book in the air.
The book
I wave
rattles.
it really tensely in the air.
When do me and Corellian come
You
back?
guys went for a walk in the woods.
You went for a walk in the woods. It's not going to be for a bit.
Okay, let's try this again. I set the book down. Mr. Fox, I invoke the name of the Yugoloth who identifies himself as Mr. Fox. I wish to convene with thee on this particular arcane tome that may be of interest to one of your abilities. Oh, wise and powerful Mr. Fox. I summon thee here, dipshit!
Silence.
God damn it. I fucking, huck the book across the room.
Bam, bam!
I slump down into a chair. Okay. I'm out of ideas now. Anyone else? No? Yeah.
You ran off. We're still trying to catch up.
Oh, I'm alone. I'm talking to Jabidi.
Jabidi holds up his knife.
Yeah, I just slump down in a chair until everyone comes running back into the room. Oh, man.
Alright. Malifane, you get back into the room. Quintessa apparently still has some mic issues, so...
Yes,
Oh, no.
Quintessa has left the call. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
What just happened?
I tried to summon Mr. Fox here. It didn't work. I'm looking through my belongings to see if I have anything that might be of interest to that Fox again that he might not have known about. I'm very angry. Mr. Fox, well, you've had more experience than him. What, he likes knowledge? Is that right?
He likes knowledge, he likes making deals, and then kind of just tricking people at the last... Well, not at the last second, I'd just say it's kind of just fooling people. He's cunning, he's sly. Almost like he's a fox or something, except he's not.
No one could have mentioned that to me when I sold him that tablet for 4,000 gold. I think I'm having
leans in really close. Except we did.
I think we had toast for breakfast, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is anyone still cooking toast right now?
Oh my god.
Because I smell burning toast. And I'm concerned that either someone's making toast wrong, or I'm having a stroke!
Scam is my favorite character.
I am going to just scream. Which is probably loud enough for fucking Corellian and Momo to hear on their walk back.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
I grab a fucking crowbar and I try to fucking pry open the book.
Oh no.
Whoa. Easy there.
I'm trying to open it. Hold on.
The crowbar strains against the book.
Yeah.
We don't know what could happen if we try messing with this thing any further. We could end up losing Trevlon forever.
Oh, right, the guy who's in the book. Look, I don't know a lot about magical book prisons, but I don't think that a magically sealed book. Oh, this thing is really fucking sealed up.
How do I phrase this question? What could someone potentially do that would cause someone to be trapped in a book to... This isn't working. Fuck it. Never mind.
Malifin, get on the ground and start helping me pull this thing open. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you when you sleep.
Okay. Question. Would physical activity such as this cause something like that to happen?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a dice that will help me with this? No, I do not. Okay.
No. I think I have one use of Flash Genius left, so I might be able to give that to you.
Oh.
Go for it!
Nope, not giving him that. Not giving him Flash Genius.
There's no saving from that.
There's no saving from that.
Yeah, go for
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Nothing to do but try.
Get on the ground and...
Oh, I hate this with all of my heart.
Get on the ground and help me pull.
I'm very hesitant to this, but whatever.
Okay. If this doesn't work, I'll give up for now, and I'll prepare the spell magic and experiment on the book tomorrow. Okay? Thanks for helping. Now, Paul! Put your back into it.
All right. Someone make.
I'd like to draw attention to the fact that Scam said to put your back into it, which, just if you don't know, is the exact wrong way you should lift things. Why do you think Scam has a terrible posture?
Mhm.
Oh, I thought it's just because he was smelly.
That too.
So,
you should probably make an athletics check because I have a
Yeah.
-1 in strength.
athletics with advantage.
I have a +1, so yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
do that.
wait, do I have enhance ability prepared and I can restore a spell slot for that? Hold on. Let me see. Do I have that? I do! Okay, I'm going to use my spell restoring... Wait, no, that all that does is give me advantage. I don't get a bonus to that. Alright, never mind. I'm just going to do it as is.
Yeah,
Alright,
Mal
with advantage.
basically, Mal practiced so much in leg day that he forgot that he ended up skipping arm day.
Yeah. I have one last use of this. Alright, I'm going to make that a 16 with my last use of Flash of Inspiration.
All right. You push down on the crowbar to pry it open with all your might. You feel a strain, and then the crowbar snaps in two, flies back into your face. Bonk!
What happens to Mal out of curiosity?
Scam flies back into Mel's face. So it's like a dunk,
wait.
dunk, dunk.
Wait. Where is it? Uncanny die!
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Ow.
I will run forward and then just grab the book and just not like it's like I'm trying to wrestle somebody, but it's just me, just like it's just very angrily twisting a book around in my hands,
All right.
and that's just what I'm doing right now. Is I'm having a fucking temper tantrum, holding this book, just going ape shit.
He just flapped his. Oh, that could have gone better.
Not
You're not going to try that again, are you?
not today.
Cool.
Just for good measure. I hit the book against the edge of a table.
Bam!
Did anything happen? I listened to the
No.
book.
Does anyone else want to run in since you apparently heard the screaming?
I'd say by now that Corellian and Momo have gotten back into the hall.
Please stop the madman.
Okay. I put my hand on the cover. Open sesame.
You know that never works, right?
Revelio. Bookus opinus.
I assume that me and Corellian walk into the
Yes.
library.
Yeah, we
Yes.
probably checked everywhere else first, and then
Yeah.
finally came here.
Mhm.
What the fuck are what? What are you doing?
Trying to open this book.
No!
Why?
Give that to me!
Hold
No!
Why?
No!
the book above my-
Give me the
above my
book
head.
now!
I think he figured if he tried doing this, it would summon the Yugoloth.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Mr. Fox in here, so...
So you're using a friend?
I mean, he's a book of interest. Mr.
I
Fox
snatched
likes
the
books.
book. Like,
Yeah.
I'm taller than him, so I snatched the book.
Mr. Fox likes interesting books. I thought, hey, that's an interesting book.
You
that-
do not use this one!
Okay, let's talk about some things real quick. I asked long ago, hey, what's so special about that book? And all you said, there's really nothing at all. I'll tell you later. How was I supposed to know I'm not supposed to touch it? No one told me anything about
I'm
it.
pretty sure we told you that our friend was trapped in the book.
Yeah, but it doesn't imply that I can't touch it.
Someone is trapped in a fucking book, Scam.
Yeah.
Do you not think? Do you not have one iota of common sense?
I was not trying. Malifane was helping me, by the way, just so you know.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
In hindsight, not one of my brighter ideas. And
Try-
I
Do
we
you
were trying-
think?
weren't trying to damage the book. We were trying to open the book. Okay? And Malifane helped me with that. By the way, that crowbar sucks. This is a fucking
We're not
broken
touching this
crowbar
thing
in the corner.
anymore.
You used a crowbar?
That was in sync with my end. That was in sync for me. That was really... yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Both of you, all of you.
Malifane, you should know more than anyone not to try anything with this book.
I'm... Okay.
I don't know
Okay,
what for me.
Okay, I don't think anyone here knows a
Clearly
lot.
not.
I don't think you people know a lot about arcane tomes, but that one is really fucking resilient. So I don't think a crowbar is gonna put any risk of your friend. Anything short of me throwing in a fireplace. Hell, that might not even work. We could always try.
Thank gods for that. Your bright, fucking brilliant ideas.
Well, we were out of...
You fuck up the book. Our friend's probably dead. Is definitely dead.
Okay, so things are tense. I get that. But the book is unharmed.
Good.
Yeah.
You better stay that way.
And tomorrow, I'm gonna try to open it again.
No,
I think we should leave it be for now. Also,
I think I have a spell that can open that book. And by the way, some friends you guys would be if you don't want me to try and get your friend out of that book.
Okay,
So-
time out. Is there
Oh, yeah.
any indication at all, or would there be any indication if Trevlon was dead?
With a 4 in Arcana? You have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Bold of you to assume we haven't tried.
Have you?
Yes!
What did you try?
Almost everything we could!
Which was?
We used magic! We even tried to do what you were doing! Not as excessive as you!
Okay, have you tried dispelling it?
Yes!
Out of character, I don't remember anyone casting Dispel Magic on the book.
I don't remember dispelling magic.
No one tried Dispel Magic on the book.
That was my fault then. I don't.
Okay, yeah,
Yes, let's spell the magical book that our friend is magically trapped in.
Dispelling magic is not the removal of magic. That's not how a dispelling spell works. Any artificer or wizard can tell you that dispelling a magical effect does not negate something that is magical by nature. Sure, if this book, I get the idea that this is a very powerful, weird book, but the way the spell thing is, it is, for example, I can target a specific effect. If this book is magically sealed, I can remove that magical seal, not the entire magical presence of the book. I could try to dispel your friend out of there, but I was looking to open it. You know, it's dispelling is very much a careful thing that I am more than capable of doing. So I'm just trying to think of options for, I don't know, solving your book problem, and at least trying to glean something from that. Additionally, I don't think Mr. Fox cares about this book enough, so that's a wash, but the spelling still holds as a thing that might be able to help you people. So consider that for 2 seconds before you yell at me again. I am the person here who is, literally, and this is not me speaking egotistically, the most qualified to handle magical and arcane implements. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
As long as you're careful when you try to open the book. But if anything happens... If anything happens...
Yes, I understand that.
Momo hesitantly hands the book back. Doesn't let go of it for a split second, but then, lets go.
Wait.
Oh, Quintessa, you finally decided to join us.
Sorry, I was catching up.
I know, they're cooking toast in the hallway. It's just so delicious.
I know,
Yeah.
I was so distracted. I apologize, but look, I've seen Trevlon communicate with this book. This is not a delicate thing. Well, it is a delicate thing.
And I am, and I am an extremely careful individual.
Looks at a
When it
broken
comes
crowbar.
I was gonna say, you used a crowbar.
I was testing its durability as a magical item, and it passed with flying colors.
Durability?
So now what are you doing?
Momo's giving me the book back.
Scamio, I know I'm going to sound like an absolute hypocrite when I say this, but please understand. If something happens to that book, we lose Trevlon for good. Please, I hope you know what you're doing with this thing. I genuinely do.
I'm not going to attempt to destroy this book or the contents therein. All my stuff is going to be on... Okay, actually, I'm going to put it very simply and very bluntly, just for perspective. Who of the arcane-minded people here would you rather be investigating this book? Torkalin, who left explosives upon explosives upon explosives and got turned into a werewolf and then fell down the stairs, or me? Okay, I know that question is going to be hard for you to answer, so I'm going to take the book and I'm going to put it in my bag of holding just so we can... I don't want to take a blow to my ego.
Attempted to actually talk to the book.
You can talk to the book? Hold on.
That's what Trevlon was doing the whole time.
I was trying to talk to Mr. Fox. I didn't try talking to the book. Hello? Put it to my ear.
The book immediately opens up and this wave of ink just is expelled forth directly into your ear, Scam, before it just slams shut on your ear.
Ow! 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 Fuck! 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 It's on my ear!
Lulu immediately grabs it and tries to pull it off of his head.
Eventually the book lets go and just boom, shuts from somewhere that's not Scam's ear.
I hold the book and I'm like, you fucking piece of... Okay. I'm sorry that I slammed you against the table multiple times and screamed at you.
You what?
You didn't hear that part. And
Sounds about right.
I apologize. I would like to now begin a much more conducive working relationship. Will you accept my apology?
The book opens up and shoots another vomit wave of ink at you.
I'm going to take a venture that that's a no.
You forgot to apologize for the crowbar.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Excuse me, Mr. Book. I apologize for trying to pry your delicate secrets open with a crowbar. I should have asked politely. There is no way to treat a book of your stature and intelligence. My humblest of apologies to the most clearly superior of arcane tomes.
The book flips around to the inky illustration of a crowbar, which flies up off the page and hits you upside the head.
I know, motherfucker! I fall ass in the tea kettle.
And then the book slams shut.
Give
Mom
me
was
the
gonna
book.
take the book back,
Yeah.
No, give it to me.
He looks at the book and he looks back at Scam. He looks at Corellian.
Could we maybe just leave it in the library, please?
Fine, leave the library. I will conduct all of my research. I'm, wiping ink off my face and my eyes. And, Scam, puts a finger in each ear and then just blows his nose as ink shoots out of it. Yeah.
Just 1 second, if you may.
Yeah, okay, I was just gonna say
I know this book is in quite frankly, a bad mood, but I just want to ask it one thing whilst it's here.
Yeah, go for it.
It'll be quick.
Okay. He hands the book to her.
What is this ink you put on me? And why me?
The book does not respond.
Pass it back. Well, guess the only way we're getting a reaction is if we piss it off, and I'm not doing that.
I can't deal with this. I'll go oversee something. I'll go order some fucking construction.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, maybe it's best to keep this book in the library, and I'll conduct my research into it in a very public location. If it makes you feel better, Momo, you can watch me.
And again, I truly am sorry for getting involved in this.
No, thank you.
I know.
No better than anyone. You know just as much as me, Quintessa, and Corellian that our friend, our dear comrade, is in this book. And you tried... I'm not mad, I expected better. Yes, Scam, I appreciate your offer. And if you don't mind, I would like to oversee some of your experiments.
Yes, that's more than agreeable. I have one last thing to ask this book before I'm done for the day.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already gonna take a shower after this anyway, so,
He's very hesitant because he knows that one of his closest friends is in here, and he's been thinking that the whole time, and he's just... Last time.
Yep.
Last
time for today. Gotcha. Okay. Grab the book. I look at its cover. Hold it nice and delicately, swaddling it like a newborn babe. And then hey, you come here often? Anyway, so,
Yeah, Momo takes the book
No,
back.
I fucking scramble to the other side of the room and I go, I would like to find the information on how to summon a Yugoloth. Can you help me find the answers I seek?
The book does not respond.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. I toss it back to Momo.
Contessa, do you know of a safe place we can put it?
Do I?
You're reasonably sure your library is safe?
Scam's about to go to a fucking war with a book.
Well, apparently if Mr. Fox can come in whenever he wants. No, I don't believe the library's fucking safe. Shit. Well, I mean, I could hide it.
Is there a section of the library that is like that?
I don't know.
If it comes to it, I'll hold on to it.
No one's holding on to it because it could be taken at any time. Why don't we just give it back?
You're in here very often, right? Why don't you just put it in your desk?
Okay, fine, but if it gets stolen, then that's on you.
I'm just gonna.
You think I'm playing around, Malafane?
What?
I miss him too.
I know.
I'm just gonna give it back to Torkaelin.
Good. That's probably for the best.
And I go back and I give it back to Torkaelin. Kind of with a longing look, release it and. I'm not okay, you guys.
Alright. You hand the book back to Torkaelin, who can clearly see you're having some trouble, and uses what little wisdom he has to not say a damn thing.
I love him. He's my favorite.
And on that note, we're gonna end our session.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Join us next week for more sad book adventures? Who knows? It's Fallen Empires! We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye!
Goodbye.